How you doing, Brandon? Morning, afternoon. It's still morning here for another 18 minutes or so. Hey, Uncle Sam 72. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Sound. There we go. Perfect. I'm doing good. Just literally woke up a little while ago. Yeah, like 15 minutes ago. I'm ingesting my coffee. Revolution Live. How you doing, buddy? Good to see everybody. So what's new this weekend? What's going on? You guys have any big plans? Jess. Oh my God, Jess. How you doing, bud? Hey, this isn't a normal, typical live. This is just, I figured I'd do an impromptu live. I just got up and figured I'd talk to a few people. Terra Firma, what's going on, brother? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Real Paranormal Broadcast, only USA, my channel. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. Who doesn't like getting up in the morning and who doesn't like having coffee? That's pretty much what the topic is. We can have other topics too if you so desire. And I'm hoping, yes, it's kind of a coffee stream. Absolutely. So, yeah, I'll probably post a link here real soon here. See if anybody wants to come up and say hello. Yeah, I might as well have an IV drip, I should have an IV drip in the morning, or, just in the morning, just boop, put it in and, just kind of carry it around with me. Just strap the bag right to my arm or whatever and just go about my business. Jess, I hear you, man. I hear you. I really do. Yeah, mornings suck. Good morning. Paranormal Damon. Actually, it's Real Paranormal Broadcast, only USA, my channel now.
Yeah, I know. I did that for a reason because someone took my channel away from me and took my email and password from me.
What? That's not very nice.
No.
Well, I'm glad you're here. How are you?
Okay. I'm very scarce about this coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean I've been doing a little research on it myself.
I've been seeing things in my visions and stuff, and it's not pretty.
No, it's definitely not. I just hope we can find some sort of, counter. Hopefully we can figure out how to
any venom for it and find the cure.
Exactly. Thank you. I haven't had enough coffee yet, as you can plainly see. Lucy Luxer, how you doing?
Tea, because we ran out of milk.
Oh, that's the worst, right? Making coffee. I'm a creamer guy. I like my French vanilla creamer. And you make your coffee and you pour it and you go in the fridge looking for that French vanilla creamer that you love and you're all out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
Me is regular milk. I have to have my regular milk.
Good morning, Crystal.
Hi, R5 Adventure. How you doing?
How are ya?
High five.
High
five. I
just hit my hand on the desk. You think I'm what do you call it? Caffeine impaired this morning.
You're caffeine impaired? I haven't had caffeine in over a month.
Uh-oh.
What?
It's been over a month since I've had any pop or any caffeine.
Damn, girl. How do you do it?
She's savage.
I don't know. I'm nailing it this time.
Well, good. That's good. I'm glad you're nailing it.
And Cynthia, my beautiful Cynthia's in here as well.
I noticed. I was just about to say hello to Computer Chick Productions and Diving with Purpose. Cynthia, I got your emails, by the way. I just noticed them this morning. I'll respond. I'm looking forward. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to getting your package. Water is awesome, but it's like I tell everybody, water is usually the first ingredient in coffee, and it's the first ingredient in Pepsi. So there.
Along with a whole bunch of sugar and a whole bunch of bad stuff, but he's just going to pay attention to the water. Hey, you said you're ready to get healthy too, so come on, let's do it, Gil.
Nobody needs to know any of that.
You said you're ready to get healthy too, so I'm going to smack you into shape. Let's do this, Gil.
What's in Pepsi, Bob?
Go, girl.
What's in Pepsi? You should have it. Water. Water's in Pepsi. Yeah, what else is in Pepsi, Bob?
Andrew Fishman, thumbs up.
Sugar.
High five. Great to see you, Andrew. How are you, buddy?
Andrew missed my live stream on Monday, and he was all upset he missed it, so he had to hop over here. He's like, oh, my God. I can see R5 again, right? Now I came over for Gil.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
So
tonight.
R5, you got really hangover the other time, huh? How's your head?
Oh, I'm great now. I felt good.
You really did feel good. Oh my gosh. She just,
I was watching you and I was laughing and cracking up, and I said, oh my God, this is trouble.
I rewatched that stream at least twice now, and I have not laughed as hard as I did every time, especially that last 30 minutes of the stream. I was like, wow.
You were blasted.
We could definitely.
It was fun. Well, the funny thing, like I said, I'm like, hey, let's have a few drinks. Let's just enjoy ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That the optimization on the word or in the emphasis on few, and so we did. We started off great, and we're talking and having a good time, and all of a sudden, it turned into a race, and she just. Oh, I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Gil kept saying, just have a little bit more, R5, because he didn't realize how much I had drank at that point. He's like, just a little more. And then
there was no way I could keep up. I would have passed out if I had drank that much coffee. I mean, that much alcohol. I need more coffee, apparently.
You'll never sleep if you drink that much coffee.
Well, you never know. I'm one of those types of people.
No, he'll be crawling the walls of the ceiling.
I could drink a whole trough full of coffee and I could lay down and fall asleep. I could.
Oh, you sound like my dad. My dad would drink hot coffee before bed and he will fall right to sleep.
Well, I wouldn't do that every night, mind you, but...
Nope, my dad used to do it all the time when he was alive.
He said, let's have fun. I was just having fun, okay?
She did. She was true to her word. I said, let's have fun, and she had fun. Like, she put the pedal to the metal, to pedal was to the metal. It was that kind of fun.
Yeah. She was funny, though. I couldn't stop laughing.
She did drink me under the table, Prevolution. But I was pacing myself the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, I accelerated a little bit.
I could walk to the house normally.
It was fun.
Along the wall and crawled to the bed, I think.
You guys have never seen me truly drunk yet. You've seen me feeling good. I've been close to being verschnickered, but I have not actually been wasted yet.
You saw me drunk.
We call it shit face.
It will probably happen. It may not happen tonight. Don't expect it tonight.
I have nothing to drink tonight.
This is a recovery stream. This is a recovery stream for R5 Adventures.
Sorry.
I didn't find the wine in the dumpster, though, Diving with Purpose, so I don't have any of that I could have gotten for free. All you people were finding some wine for free in the dumpster, and I never found it.
That's right, Andrew. I enjoy tasting my drinks, not you know what I'm saying? So, yes, I was going for the marathon, not the sprint.
You don't taste shots, and I was essentially having shots, so done, gone.
But
you were so funny.
I can't argue with that logic.
When you're drinking straight vodka with nothing mixed in it, you don't necessarily want to taste it because it's not the best tasting.
That is true. That is true. Well, you might as well have liquor that you enjoy and tastes good.
I had what I had.
Vodka straight up doesn't taste good.
Well, it was raspberry vodka at least.
Well, at least it was hinted. That's like drinking slightly hinted flavored water. I can't do it. I just can't.
I drink straight up Kahlua with no milk, no ice, a tall glass like this. Straight up. And I would swallow it all the way down, no nonstop.
Driven to
And
eat
it will
ground
never
for
hit me
coffee.
till like 2 hours later.
I had nothing else to use, so I just did what I had. You said join in, I joined in. I could have said no. Then you guys would have all missed that fun of trying to get me to tour.
No, it's not that you shouldn't have done it or couldn't have done it or whatever. It's just, look, all right, let me put it another way. I'm going to flip the coin a bit and talk about it in another perspective. Does R5 ever do anything half-assed?
I'm sure Andrew could say, yes, I do, because he's seen me. He's like, I've sat in those late night streams where she's sleep talking.
The first ingredient in R5 Adventures is not water, okay? It's kick-ass, what is it, conviction? Conviction. Excuse me.
Can I show you what I drink?
What's that?
Oh, that must have been you.
Oh, Kahlua.
Mm-hmm.
In exciting news, Diving with R5 hit 500 today.
Cool.
10 weeks in.
That's awesome. You want to say hello, honey? Come on up.
I'm on a good channel.
Sky
I
Cam.
wanted to say hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sky.
That's
Hello,
my
hello,
mom right there.
hello. How's life treating you today?
Vodka isn't my favorite. I'm shocked I was able to handle it because the last time I drank it before this, I literally, I got alcohol poisoning. So, yeah, it wasn't good.
Well, you know I like my captain.
Diving with Purpose. Did you see the excitement over on Sue Ann's page? I don't want to give it away, but did you see the excitement over on Sue Ann's page?
What happened with Sue?
She got a really nice shout out. A really nice shout out.
Bless you.
Damn
and amazing
allergies.
things happened.
Something happened?
She got a really, really good shout out, and
Yeah.
amazing things happened.
Are you talking about NWI Diver?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes I get confused with names and versus YouTube names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at her page. You probably remember about where she was in subscribers before.
All right, hold on. Let me look.
Yeah, that is amazing. Diving with Purpose. I'm so happy for her. I am so happy for her. Like, she's been texting me since yesterday. She's like, oh my God.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
Will B, what's up?
Good to see you, Will B. How's life treating you today, bud?
Yeah, that was
You
absolutely.
sound like you got a cold, Gills.
No, it's just morning allergies. Me clearing out my system. I literally woke up, grabbed
You got Sky
coffee,
Cam and Baby
sat
Cam.
my butt down in this chair, and hit the live button. That's what I did.
Oh, cute
Yeah,
doggy.
Baby Cam too.
Oh, hey, buddy.
The smelly golden. The stinky
Smelly
golden.
golden.
I don't want to show my mom. My mom will fall in love with it really quick.
Ralph Mork, how you doing, bud? Great to see you. How's life treating you?
Ralph Mork, what's up? Yeah, it's great to see you, Wilby. I haven't seen you in a while. It is great to see you. Cheetos.
I'm gonna get off of here to let someone else on. If you see any videos of me around, it's fake and it's false of me. They just clone my channel like crazy and change it out and everything, and it's not even me. I'm just letting you guys know that.
Well,
Report it right away because it's not even me.
I hope you have a wonderful day, young lady, and we'll see you around the YouTubes.
Oh yeah.
Have a great
If
day,
you
Melinda.
see anything of me going around, it's not even me. Report it ASAP.
You got it.
Because they cloned my channel and they changed it out. They saying I'm a Muslim, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. I have herpes, I have crabs, and all this stuff. I'm a pimp, all that stuff. I have a fiance. His name's Mark, and we're supposed to be going out. I don't know what time he's coming.
Focus on the positive, my friend. Congratulations
Yeah.
on getting engaged. That's awesome.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Well,
And so if you see any videos of me, please report it. It's a spam, it's scamming and everything. It's fraudulent video of me.
all right. Well, rock on, my friend.
Good. And I'm trying to get those people terminated because they took my videos without my permission and without knowledge.
Stein North, what's up, bud? Thumbs up.
Stein North, it's great to see you, bud. Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe, be well, and there's a warm-up coming for us, Skillz, because it's going to be in the 60s and 70s this week coming up.
Oh, sweet. Seriously? Yeah. That's awesome.
Seriously. I've been watching the news.
We need a good warm-up, although...
Yes.
Mud season. I'm not looking forward to mud season.
I'll talk to you later, guys.
All right. Take care, guy. Much love to you. Gal. Sorry. Said guy. Didn't mean to. Yeah. Yeah. When the snow starts melting, the temperature starts going up around here. My road, even though it's called, it's a delicious road, it can swallow cars whole. So let's just say that.
My dog would gladly eat up your road.
Well, your dog can come on up. My dog gets along well with other dogs, so.
You don't want all 3 dogs, though.
No, not all 3 dogs. That would be bananas. But
maybe we'll bring Sky up and she can play with another husky.
Good question, computer chick. I don't know if you guys saw my update last night, but I did update on Maniac. So Earl is he's still at the hospital, but he's still having trouble talking. He can't really talk very well, hardly at all. But he is feeding himself, so that's a good sign. So I know it sounds bad, but when it comes to like strokes, like major strokes like this, you've got to be thankful for small victories, So if he's up and he's feeding himself, that's a good step. He's not paralyzed in that regard. So
any improvement is a good improvement.
Absolutely.
Continue to improve.
Yeah. And it's going to take a good long while for him to recover from something like this. So, if you don't hear from him for a good long while, that's probably why. But I'll keep you posted, because once he's out of the hospital, I plan on personally going and visiting him where he lives. So I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, there's at least a definite good step in the right direction, but it's praying that he continues to improve and didn't suffer too much damage from it.
Oh, I mean, that's still, we're not really 100% sure on that, because his wife, she throws me messages when she can, and I try so hard not to push, because it's such a traumatic experience for her to begin with. Last thing she needs is someone saying, is he okay? Is he okay? Is he okay? Is he okay? You know what I'm saying? She's already getting that, so I don't want to add to that. So every once in a while, she'll feed me a line. She'll let me know what's going on. They did ultrasounds of his heart. I have no clue how that worked out, but I do know that they were trying to see if there was any damage to his heart. He is up, which is a good thing. I have sent him a message to contact me when he can. He hasn't yet because he can't talk very well. So this is going to need time. You know what I mean? It's going to need time to.
He's got plenty of time. He's in our thoughts. He's in our prayers, and just praying
Absolutely.
That not much damage, and that it was essentially a major scare that didn't cause any permanent damage or too much permanent damage.
Yeah, pixies tend to become problematic when their numbers build up. You never know when they're going to turn up.
Yeah, I've missed Will B. Will B used to come in the chat, and he always had his pixie and leprechaun problems, and I was so used to it. And I always
pixies and
what was
leprechauns.
going on with those leprechauns and those pixies, and we're coming up on leprechaun season, and I haven't been getting those updates lately, so I've missed them.
They leave a mess on the lawn. I wish they would clean up after themselves.
Yeah, send them over to clean up their mess because they've created a mess. The backyard needs some cleaning too. The dogs have left a mess, but they can clean that too.
Can they clean Blood X's corner too, please, while they're here?
That would be great too.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. Seriously, Wilby. It was. I don't know if you know him or not, but his name is Errol. The channel is called Maniac Variety.
I believe he knows who Maniac is.
He's a fellow Mainer. He lives about probably an hour away from me, and yeah, he suffered from a pretty massive stroke a couple of days back.
And since we're on the subject of other YouTubers, how is Being a Being? Because I have not seen him anywhere.
Being is actually well. He's doing well. He messaged me this morning. We're trying to set plans to get together, which is awesome. And he actually posted a video not too long ago.
I didn't get the notification apparently, but if he hadn't
Probably
posted
because it's been so long since he created a video. YouTube likes to mess with the almighty algorithm when there's no activity, whether it be on the creator side or our side. So yeah, check it out.
Check it out. Then
he is starting to create videos again.
I know he said he was going to, but I hadn't gotten any notifications. So I'm like, well, you talked to him, so how's he doing?
Consider this your notification.
And I'm gonna say it. I'm sure all of you already are connected up with Skillz other channel. But he just posted a new video the other day. Make sure to check that out because again, those notifications they suck. They suck.
Yeah,
but if you are connected up with Skillz other channel, it's simple. Skillz. Just don't put the live at the end. You're gonna come across the same emblem. Basically, you're gonna know it's him. Go over there, check out his channel, check out his videos, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, and go watch those videos.
Crystal, you know they're here, right? This is Skillz Live.
That's why I said you just don't put the live. You put the Skillz without the live. I said that. Okay. Listening is like a key essential in this whole process here.
I am listening.
You'll find the same emblem. Go over there, binge, watch the videos, check out the new upload. He's got a new upload.
Yeah. People like it when I take stuff apart better, apparently, than putting stuff back together again.
Hey, I always have to shout out the other channel because that's just what I do. It gets.
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that.
Because I know every once in a while a new person happens upon this chat that had no clue we had another channel.
And on the opposite end of the spectrum, guys, we've got R5 Adventures, of course, but we've got Diving with R5, which is it just reached 500 subscribers fairly recently. It's growing really fast. So make sure that you check out Diving with R5.
I'm working on it here. I'm working on it. I'm clicking on the wrong stuff. I went incognito for a second there.
We don't want you incognito.
That's where I went. I went incognito. You ain't gonna know. I'm ghosting it.
We want the full Monty of R5.
That might not be acceptable on Mike's terms.
There are variations of that term in the meaning thereof. So I am going to say that, okay? Full Monty doesn't mean you have to be naked.
You're dealing with me here.
It could be a term meaning that you're all there in terms of, like, just being you.
Mr. Fulton Mraz, what's up? Thumbs up.
High five. Psh, the LS crew is also here. Psh, great to see you. Mr. Fulton Mraz, how have you been? Hello, Gil.
The link was just posted, LS crew, so click that link and come on up.
I need prayers for my Aunt Trudy. She's in the hospital right now. She has some pneumonia, and she's very, very sick today. Please pray for her, guys. Yeah, my deepest sympathies go out to your aunt, my friend, and I hope she has a rapid recovery. Seriously,
prayers for your aunt, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Terra Firma, we need another one of those wee moments. It was definitely interesting. La, la.
That's right. Oh my gosh, Dynor, that is right. This is like the day that comes out of the black hole every 4 years. This is leap day. That's right. I forgot about that.
Andrew, do you expect any less? I have multiple personalities, and they almost always come out at some point. I'm letting the 2.0 come out a little more frequently than I used to, because it's just more fun.
R5 2.0?
Yeah, R5 2.0. That's what Nicky and everyone nicknamed it.
What's the difference between R5 and R5 2.0?
Nicky and everyone nicknamed the 2.0 and the R5 that comes out and is a little bit more interesting, funny.
Oh.
Says things off the wall. Isn't so worried about what everyone's going to think. That's
Eccentric.
the 2.0 version.
Yeah.
And 2.0 has been coming out a lot more.
Engaging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just got a flash of the most beautiful beard in the whole wide world. Oh, wait, it's Sty. Hold on just a second. Let me pull him up here.
Dirty D's, what's up? Thumbs up.
Yeah, right.
Please. Great to see you, Sty. Much love to you, buddy.
Hey,
I'd agree. It's
see you,
beautiful.
folks.
I gotta get better lighting. You guys are so beautifully lit over there, and I don't mean in a like high sense. I'm talking about literally bright. It's bright where you are. You get that four light bright. I'm going to stop talking. How are you?
I've got 2 huge studio lamps.
I'm so
That's
glad
why I wear shades. That's why I got to look bright somehow. This way, I just pay the power bill. I don't have to put any effort into being bright.
He doesn't have to put any makeup on or anything to beautify himself. He just puts the lights on.
Get my point right. Hey, Ralph. Hey,
hello. Is that a green screen style, or is that your actual background?
No, that's green screen.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
I got my camera pointing up a bit. You can see the corners of it. It's a big oval.
Oh, now that you mention it, yeah,
you can see it too.
The big oval green screen. Yeah,
it's really
portable.
Real. Yeah,
it folds up into a round thing like this, slips into a bag. You take it with you out in the field. I can do green screen out in the backyard if I want. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I love that copper snowman, man.
This will be my co-host. My co-host.
Your co-host.
Scrappy McCopperballs.
Oh my God.
Scrappy McCopperballs.
Hello all. My name is Scrappy.
That's all copper, man.
The middle one is aluminium, or as I like to call it, Chinesium. I gave him a little Dell badge, and these are basically what are those called?
That's not nickel plated. No, that's not nickel plated copper.
No, it's actually Chinesium, as I call it.
Oh, fair enough.
And I gave him a little brass peg for a nose, and this is from a microwave that I just put on as a little halo or a crown, whatever. So yeah, cool. Just for fun. Actually, Rafael Scrapper and I were both making a big copper ball at some point, and he made a second one and then put them on top. And I thought, well, I have a couple of others as well, so just jammed a couple of thick pieces of copper wire in there and just stuck them together. So it's pretty sturdy.
Nice.
So the badge apparently.
He lost his badge.
It's pretty sturdy.
LS Crew, how you doing, buddy?
Badge.
Hello.
Eileen been through the fam, thumbs up.
High five. Much love to you. Great to see you, Eileen.
Oh, I hit 1K.
Hi, Eileen.
I gotta scrunch you guys up here. There we go. That looks a little better.
I think LS Crew just said something.
Would you say
hello, LS Crew?
Hello.
What's going on, my brother?
What's up?
Did someone just said I hit 1K? I swear I heard that.
Yeah, me.
Okay, I thought you said
congratulations.
Congrats, buddy. Welcome to the 4-digit club.
I hit 1K
again
before on my other channel. I probably remember when I used to have my other channel with 1.800.
You'll get there again.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my community tab.
That'll help.
Let's see here. Oh, for sure. For sure. Everybody's
Yeah.
growing by leaps and
I haven't
bounds.
been down here since I cleaned it up.
I think
Oh,
Sky North is starting to explode too.
I got 20 to go, and I hit 3,200.
Awesome.
When will I get
Hello,
my
Autumn.
community tab?
Now, what's Autumn gonna ask?
What?
Autumn always asks the same question.
I have it. I'm waiting. At this point, you guys are going to be here in a couple of months. I'm just going to give it to her then.
See, you guys have seen my office space before. You see how much more open it is now?
Wow.
It's gradually getting cleaned up.
And this place is gradually filling up.
That's always good to hear when it comes to a scrapper.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually when the scrapper cleans house, he's making a few bucks.
Usually, yeah. Boxes all the way over there, boxes here, boxes there, sorting stuff. All kinds of stuff over there.
I might bring this.
And then there's my full desk of all kinds of stuff. All these little buckets have all kinds of things in them. The Pringles can don't have Pringles in them anymore. They have like little components, and making some Chinesium and copper balls here. And of course, there's my Skillz mug that just emptied out.
Andrew's not.
Very nice.
Andrew,
You got to get yourself a refill, man.
Well, I just had a refill actually.
Oh.
So I'm not gonna get me anything more, because otherwise I'm gonna be like.
Thanks for reminding me. I love it, I'll transfer mine into the
Ralph,
proper cup for the proper stream.
Do you do that full time, Ralph?
No, I have a 40 plus hours job, so that's where the money comes from. The scrapping is just a hobby, and now that I actually repair washing machines and stuff, and dishwashers, I now have like 6 of these. So I'm going to be making a video of me breaking these apart and turning them into ingots, aluminium and copper ingots, and going from there. So.
That's one thing about scrapping that really, really gives people an edge, is it affords you the opportunity to see how things are taken apart, and therefore helps you figure out how to put it back together again.
Well, the putting back together again, I don't do so much. I recently found another lead acid battery in my basement, which it had a label. It said 2004 on it, so really old, but completely dry. And I took out some of the lead bits on, I think it was on Ali Mac stream or Snobby stream or Granny stream. I don't know. I'm all over the place. And I actually molten that down, the lead, and I made this is a silicone mold for Lego Man. I made a little lead Lego Man.
That's cool.
So what?
To get my hair tied.
Oh.
So yeah.
The LS crew, I have to ask, do you have bedhead or something? Or you just don't like to show yourself on panels? It's okay if you got bedhead, man. I completely understand. I got bedhead.
I just quickly got dressed, actually.
I got bald head. I can't get bed head. I get bed beard.
I was doing so good.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah.
That's still on your head.
Yeah.
I was doing
That's
so good.
typical morning right there.
That looks like me after a motorcycle ride.
That too. I get the old split.
The term I use for that is peacock.
Oh, that reminds me of Yosemite Sam.
I was on the phone with Nikki, and then I came.
I don't know if you can see me. Hello.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Oh, no worries, man. You don't have to show yourself if you don't want to. I was just curious, is all.
No, I don't mind.
I was over there.
Somebody else wants to join us, boys and girls?
Oh, we're gonna have a full panel.
Emma.
Gemma.
Good
Hello.
morning, Gemma. Well, there's not
The
morning.
UK is also represented.
Good to see you, Gemma. Much love to you, hon. I love full panels.
I was being all productive this morning, getting stuff done. I had my list of things to do. I'm sitting here working on it,
About to
talking
be
about
blamed.
Nikki. All of a sudden, it pops up, Skillz Live. I'm like, well, I'll go hang out over there while I keep working. And then I see a link go in for StreamYard, and where am I?
There it is. There it is right there. I disrupted her very productive day.
I got a question.
Sure.
When will I receive when will I get my community tab?
Takes about a week.
Who's this?
Yeah, it takes about a week.
It's usually 7 to 10 days is what I've seen.
Yeah.
I already hit 4,000 watch time hours too. So what do I do? Do I send send in a request?
Have you? Are you submitting for monetization?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you get your AdSense account set up.
Have you already set that up and set up an AdSense account?
Yeah.
If you've already set it up and you've already submitted and you are just waiting on the numbers, it should be automatic. In review right now.
Hi, Uncle Sam. How you doing?
You can check that in your studio. You can check that in your studio to see if you're in review or not. Bubble this. How you doing, bud?
Bubble.
Hey, Bubblefish.
I'm just wearing my spotty dress and my thick thermal cardigan because it's cold. Over here we've got a storm, so it's cold.
Gemma,
Elvis, what's
red
up?
extensions or red?
No,
red
just have my hair coloured. Okay, Mom.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
It's right. I noticed.
I can say that is spot on.
The red. I like that.
Yeah, I'm having it redone again next week. It's fading. It's starting to turn a bit pink, so I need to have it redone again. But
I think it's nice too.
That's punny, Ralph. Punny.
This right away.
I know.
He said it was spot on.
Yeah.
I went shopping today too. I got some new clothes, so I've been spoiling myself.
I got to work on my lighting. Everybody's so beautifully lit.
I am. No, I'm not.
We radiate.
The light is behind me. That's really. I should actually do something like this.
No.
That's all it is. We radiate beauty.
No.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Gil and Crystal, if they get together and they each got a jug, they get beautifully lit.
Plus, my bedroom's the best room to get light on. So.
We do get beautifully lit.
I'm gonna go, everyone, because I'm scheduled to go live in like 5 minutes.
Oh, well,
all right.
Holy man, you go do your
Okay,
thing.
LS Crew, good to see you.
Thank you for being a part of our
Good
day.
luck.
Man.
Have a good day, LS.
Have a good live stream too, bud.
See you all later. I'm very sorry.
Oh, there's nothing to be sorry about. I hope you enjoy your day. And hopefully we'll see you tonight. Don't forget, me and Crystal are going to be on live tonight.
Yeah. What time will that be UK time?
UK time, it would be
7 hours.
It'd be about midnight.
6.5 hours.
Midnight our time, LS Crew.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be.
So that will be 1 my time. Dang it.
Yeah, 1 a.m. Ralph's time. Yeah.
Ralph
Right.
is like, I always miss these fun streams with the two of you because you decide to go
Hi,
so
everyone.
late. So why don't you move this crap up?
Hi, y'all.
Yeah, well, since I'm not working.
I'm better lit. And I'm talking about lighting.
My bedroom's the best room to get lighting, so this is why I get better lighting in my bedroom.
No, you all look fantastic. I'm sitting here in the dark. Yeah, and the light was way over on the other desk. I'm like, I got to do something about this. This just doesn't look
Don't
good.
with purpose. I treat myself to some new items because I got paid on a recent speaking engagement, so I decided to buy myself some new clothes. So.
Did you
That's
guys
something
ever
I need to
notice
do.
that Gemma is like right on top of like the latest styles and trends? And seriously,
I pick things that suit me. Like for some reason, black and dark colors seem to suit me. So, I get told by my family I look like I'm depressed. Like, will you stop wearing such dark colors? You look like you're depressed. I'm like, really?
I used to wear only black. Most of my shirts are black. Some have a print like this, but I have a lot of black stuff.
I can't wear black unless I also want to have a fur coat on it. I have a husky.
Well, the black and the silver would go well together.
Well, it would,
Yeah.
but it would be black, silver, and a lot of black and silver hair with my dog. I swear that stuff
some
travels
silver
through-
jewelry, silver watch,
One of my
silver
new
belt,
tops I got
buckle.
today because people keep moaning at me that I'm wearing two dark colors. So I got this little blue sequin top.
Oh,
yeah.
that looks shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that today.
Careful. That looks like something Ralph would recycle. That That's shiny. He's right away. Oh,
I
that's
can
so
melt.
shiny.
And then I got this little zip up top as well to wear when I go out for speaking engagements. So I've got this little zigzag striped zip up top.
Beautiful.
So I've got that as well. So
Telling you,
yeah,
fashion.
went shopping.
Anybody wants to know about fashion? They go to Gemma's Journey Grace.
I happened to buy things in a sale. Like these two tops only cost me £17. So yeah, it wasn't too expensive.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, and then I had pizza for dinner on top. So
Ooh, I think I'm gonna order some pizza. It's 6:23 over here now, so just
You-
about dinner time, I guess.
You get the
yes,
sustenance.
5:23 here.
Get that sustenance. You
Yeah,
can
all I
have-
had today was coffee, so yeah. Oh, and some M&Ms. I think I'm out. Where I threw the bag there.
Right now, all I need is this.
Plus, I
That's
haven't seen
me-
Gib
that's
for a
me.
while,
I'm
so I
loving
saw that he
mine
was
too.
live. So I thought I'd come and surprise him and come on his panel and see him.
I'm glad. I'm so glad you stopped by, Gemma. I'm glad everybody's here. I haven't really the last week or two. I just haven't. I've withdrawn a little bit from YouTube. You know, I wanted to take a little bit of a break. Haven't really even been in many streams. You know, much. You know, so I'm just coming back. I miss you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was like Crystal. I had just got up. I got things up and running, and boom, I got the notification. I'm like, "Are you kidding? Really? Wait a minute! It's not shenanigans time. What the heck? I gotta get over there.
But
I'm
on
supposed
that
to be getting
note,
things done, but I thought, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna come plop over here.
On that note,
Oh,
I'll
you
be
get having a
tonight with you at 6, so I'm gonna let you go, or 7 your time, 6 my time, so I'm saying 6. But I will be back up here tonight. I'm gonna go so I can get these edits done and this stuff done, and go make lunch because I haven't ate yet today, and I didn't eat since 7 o'clock last night, so I'm getting a little hungry. So
Ow.
you'll see me tonight.
It's okay. We can have a mukbang here.
I gotta go
Yeah.
cook.
Take care, Crystal.
Bye-bye.
I will spiral into depression, but I will get over it very quickly.
You'll get over it, I'm sure.
Hey,
I know-
Throwback. Good to see you.
I will still be in the chat,
I'm very grateful. Very, very.
but I can't easily work on thumbnails and work on descriptions and work on all the stuff I need to. Well, I'm on a panel. I'm trying to, but I'm getting very distracted.
No, you do it seriously. And all kidding aside, you go do what you got to do, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Interesting time.
Yeah. We'll see you tonight. Have a great rest of the day until then. And hope to see everyone in tonight's chat.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Crystal,
Bye.
much love.
Take care, Diving with Purpose. See you later.
Wax on. Wax on.
Speaking of wax on, wax off, isn't Cobra Kai season 3 about to start somewhere these months?
It's supposed to. I've got to catch up. I watched like the first couple, 2-3 episodes of the first season that were free on YouTube to try to, reel you in so you actually spend money. But I've not seen any of the rest. I might have.
It's actually very good. I watched both seasons consecutively. 20 episodes, 30 minutes each, 10 hours of awesomeness altogether. And then I had to wait a year for the next season, so I'm quite eager.
Gotcha. No, it is something that I've been wanting to see. I've been wanting to see it for a while. I'm not willing to pay for it.
I didn't pay for it either. I bought it online.
I'm going to maneuver my way to seeing it through more of your means of seeing it.
Yes.
I've been watching the Vampire Diaries spin-off called Legacies, which is on the CW network. I've been watching that. That's fun.
I like watching the superhero shows on the CW.
That's a really good show. I've had a lot of fun watching that. I'm now waiting for the DVD to be released so I can buy it.
I also like Star Trek Picard. The series is finally getting off the ground with the last episode now.
Oh my God, yes. I know the first season of every Star Trek series, stumbles a bit,
Yeah.
But I was starting to get worried. But yes, the last episode of Star Trek Picard finally tied it all together because Picard's story finally caught up with
Soji.
Soji, thank you. I was going to
Yeah.
say Raj, but Soji's story. And they're all together on the cube right now, which is good. I don't want to spoil anything. I just did something. Oh, well. Flowback, it is so good to see you, sweetheart. I hope life's treating you well today.
Hi, Flo.
Bubble Fist doesn't like Patrick Stewart.
We're
Blasphemy!
Or we have 62, 63 people in the chat. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
That's a
well,
good
the
day.
chat's barely moving, so I suspect that we're being botted, but it would be nice to have 63 people in here having coffee, just sharing their weekend with us.
It's nice to be able to see my big brother. I haven't seen you for a while, and I know we haven't chatted for a while, so I need to catch up with you at some point too.
It's been ages. You're absolutely correct.
So we
Our
need to.
actor is not autistic enough for my liking.
I didn't realize. Oh
Autistic
wow! Okay.
or artistic?
As long as the bots don't go to like 4,000 watching, it's kind of okay.
I think that would be rather expensive for the botter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen it happen.
I think when you start getting into the thousands, it costs a pretty penny for them. So, a couple of hundred here, a couple of hundred there.
Hey, Lynn Mitzi. Good to
Lynn,
see
Well,
you.
it's not all accounts. It's something with
Lynn.
a refreshing and clicking thing that turns into more views. I'm not really sure what it exactly is.
The
Well,
the biggest one I got hit 498.
I've seen
498,
Jason and G go over
Yeah, I remember
5,000.
that.
and I couldn't believe it.
5,000
Those views
people
stuck.
in the chat?
5,000 people watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
there's been a
that was
few
the night I was
channels
on
that
Stai's
have
panel.
in the
Yeah.
thousands. Yeah.
Well, I
That-
got to do more research. Maybe it's not as expensive as I thought to do that kind of stuff. But
It's
that's
completely useless, though.
well,
Those views stuck on mine. They
really.
stuck on mine. You bet. You can go back and that
Hey, Salty Shane.
stream
Thumbs up,
showed
high five.
900 views by the end of the stream.
But I
And
don't
they're
think you get any of the
still-
watch
and there's-
time.
They're still there today. The
And it all kind
but
of
no, because of all those views, that stream is one of my highest recommended out videos by YouTube.
wow.
Okay, cool.
Hello,
Because
Pet
they're
Rock
looking at the
Media.
view count. They're looking at the analytics are looking at so many viewers in that short period of time. So they're saying a lot of people popped in there. So we'll share it out. And I'm like, I thought for sure I'm going to see over 500 cut out of that one video, and they stuck. And I'm just like, shut up.
Hey, Daddy 13. Hey.
13. How
Hey,
are
buddy.
you today? Thumbs up, high
Hey.
five, and a little wavy from Mr. Sty Gravy over here.
Like gravy.
Hey, Saucy Shane.
Mm. Oh man, I think I'm gonna need.
Daddy of 13. That channel name, I've seen it several times, and it scares me.
Daddy of 13. Oh yeah, that.
Someone has
Hey,
been busy.
Crystal, glad you're still here.
Yeah.
You know what? I have my fair share with 2 kids, and that's overwhelming. And oh man, I've had nightmares recently of having, like, my wife was pregnant. And-
Yeah.
No, I'm 45. I'll be 65 by the time, I can.
Uh-huh.
Am I
My,
not that long?
my eldest daughter has 10 kids,
Wow.
Wow.
and her oldest
Wow.
is 23, and the youngest is just a year.
Sty, how does she do it?
You don't know how that happens?
Okay, I need to definitely clarify that. The birds and the bees, we can skip ahead from that. How does she handle having 10 kids at once. She must be one strong woman.
Oh, she's
One strong family.
I don't know how someone could do that.
yeah. It's a madhouse.
Credit where credit is due.
She does it. I don't know how she does it, but I only had 4 kids, and out of those 4, I've got 15 grandkids and 1 great grandson.
Wow.
I mean, I produced in those 4 a mass production of babies. I don't know. And actually, only
Way to
3
repopulate the world.
It works out in the business.
Bubble Biz has a question for me. Do I like to do chores? No, I don't. Bubble Biz, there's some chores that I don't mind doing, but for the most part, no, not really. Chores are boring.
Chores? That's
Yeah.
the question. Who?
Does anyone?
I don't think anybody likes to do chores.
I don't like cooking. I don't like cleaning. I don't like doing wash.
And-
I don't have a dishwasher, so I have to do my own dishes. I usually
Daddy is
stack
13.
everything up until I have
don't.
nothing left.
Daydreaming, I'm sorry I missed you. Good to see you.
I'm good, Daddy is 13. I've had a good day. I've been shopping. I've been for a walk around the local park. I fed the ducks. And then it got really windy, so I came home. My hair was like out here because the wind's really strong today because we've got a windstorm called Storm George, which is like 70 miles an hour wind. It's ridiculous.
I thought storms always had female names.
Nope, not always.
I mean, that kind of it starts all exciting and ends in disaster. That kind of fits.
the storm we've got today has come from the Atlantic. It's come from the US and Europe.
Ah.
So, yeah.
So-
This is our 3rd storm, like 6 weeks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they're moving over here, most of them.
We know of a lot of major vacations coming up this year. I know Gemma's coming to the U.S. to visit a lot of people, and
Yay.
he's going to be trekking cross country. And
hoping.
is there any other exciting vacations that are planned this year?
Haven't planned anything yet. Maybe I'll go some places. I don't know. Kind of depends on my bank account status in a few months.
I hear that.
I get to see my Australian family this year. They're coming over to the UK for a holiday in September, so I get to see my cousins who I haven't seen since I was 16.
Oh,
Wow.
So I get to see them this year, so I'm looking forward to it.
Computer Chick's going to the Grand Canyon this summer.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been. I've always wanted to go.
Oh, that's a fun trip. Yeah.
Mm.
The canyon's great. Are you going to
Yeah, diving
Go to the
R5.
base of the
I'm going to
canyon,
be
take
in
that hike?
the US in June until end of July. So,
See,
yeah.
there's so many things you could do in the Grand Canyon. Like you could enjoy the majesty, on at the top, and you could just enjoy the majesty of it. You can go down into the valleys, and I think you can fish, can't you? In there, like rivers, you can go through and fish.
Oh, the Colorado River runs through there. You could, and you can ride mules down the canyon wall all the way down to the base. That's neat. There's a lot of people do that. I hiked that trail down. It's beautiful. Grand Canyon's awesome.
I would like to see that one day.
Yeah.
Me too. I've never been. Never been.
I hope you do miss the storm, Daddy at 13. 'Cause I know you're in Scotland. I hope you miss it, but mostly you probably won't because you're the first port of call in the UK for the storm, so you probably will end up getting it.
Pet Rock Media says chores are boring, yes, but can be seen differently. I'm the cook of the family, so I don't look at it as a chore, but as a process. Some people look at various things like cooking, for example, maybe not so much a chore, but like a passion. The cleaning up afterwards, I'm sorry. It's a chore.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah,
chore.
that's
when it
true.
becomes a
Yeah.
chore.
Cooking can be fun, but doing the washing and stuff afterwards, it's
Yeah.
just like, oh,
That's
So
me.
here's
yeah,
what
boring.
Here's what you do, and I'm sure everybody on the panel will agree. If you got a family, you're like, I cook, you clean.
Yeah, for me, it's I cook, I clean, I buy stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it. I
Living
don't
on
like
your
it.
own, you have to do everything for yourself. Like with me, I have to cook,
Right.
clean, wash up, laundry, do everything else myself.
Scrapper
Whereas,
Ralph is the Tony Stark of scrappers, but without Alfred.
Without Alfred, Tony Stark and Alfred, you're messing up two universes there.
No, I'm not.
No, it's Jarvis.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jarvis. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jarvis.
Alfred's with Batman. Alfred is with Batman.
Yes,
Alfred's the
yes,
butler for Batman.
yes, that is Batman. Batman's butler.
Yeah, Batman's butler. I love Batman. I love Batman films.
Is anybody looking forward to the new Batman movie that's going to be coming out?
Who's going to be playing Batman?
It's the same dude that played Twilight. That was like the lead in Twilight.
Oh, Gemma fell off.
Uh,
What? The vampire guy?
the vampire dude.
Oh, I hate that guy.
I'm gonna be.
I kind of liked Twilight, but I don't think he'll be a good Bruce Wayne. I have to go and see. I really liked Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. I liked Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. George Clooney, not so much. Val Kilmer, not so much.
I wish they would.
Ben Affleck was kind of good. Yeah.
For Justice League because they went with the older style Batman, the hardened Batman. I wish they would have brought Michael Keaton back for that, but instead
Michael Keaton is quite old by now.
Well, he is, but he's played villains in Marvel. The Hawk guy. I can't remember his name.
Wasn't it Birdman?
Yeah.
Oh, Vulture, I think.
Vulture. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Dark Knight trilogy too. Terrifying.
Yeah.
That was really good, especially the one with the Joker in it, The Dark Knight. That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Bane as well.
Run and hide. Although, when they stuck with Cannon and Bane broke his back, that was kind of hard to watch. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers. But this movie is like 10 years old, so
almost by now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that the guy who played Teal'c in Stargate, Christopher Judge, he was one of the henchmen of Bane, and they asked him to wear all kinds of layers to be a really big, tough guy. And when they started shooting, they basically asked him to take off all the layers because he was basically twice the size of what's the guy, Tom Hardy, who plays Bane.
yeah. Twilight's infecting Batman now. Well, I think they're looking for. I mean, they're passing along the gauntlet to a younger generation. I think is what's happening. And as much as I don't like seeing it, it's just
it's bound to happen. I mean, you can't have Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone in every action movie anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing that bothers me, if it's going to be original, if it's going to be if you're going to follow a franchise, like Twilight, Star Trek, Terminator, whatever it may be, it's just, for the love of God, respect the source material.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that us old timers, let's call us old timers, will ask for is respect the lore, respect the source material. Because you don't see that quite as much anymore. I mean, you have to admit, Ralph, you're a Trekker. Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
You've watched Discovery and you've watched Picard. You have to admit there's a paradigm shift in the way that those episodes, those series are being produced. It seems like they're weaning away from Roddenberry's vision quite a bit from that utopian future.
Yeah. Because nothing lasts forever. Yeah, there's going to be conflicts wherever. And Star Trek was kind of like posed as a fairy tale for humanity where everything is awesome. No more money. No one gets sick. There's no more smoking, drugs, or cursing. And they put it all back in Picard. I mean, how many F-bombs were in there right now? Like 7 or 8?
Some of them were painfully placed, too.
Yes.
That's what bothers me. They're like, all right, we're going to have...
There shouldn't be F-bombs in Star Trek.
Well, I mean, they swear in Star Trek. They've sworn in pretty much almost every episode, or not episode, but every series of Star Trek. But the F-bomb? No.
They use different wording.
Yeah.
By golly, what has happened?
And when that admiral said sheer effing hubris.
Oh, yeah. That bothered me a bit.
That almost
especially from
like
her.
She was on, forgive the analogy, but it almost seemed like she was on the toilet and she was having constipation with that statement. You know what I'm saying? It was like,
yeah, I'm guessing that.
Humor.
She-
Oh, thank God.
I think the actor was against that line, and that kind of showed.
Yeah, trying to force it out. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I just didn't, I understood it's the future and they're trying to change the paradigm shift and whatnot. And I know this is a conversation that's leaning towards Star Trek Picard specifically, but I didn't like how they were disrespecting Picard throughout the first 5 episodes.
Yes, kind of. Yeah,
You know,
because
they
he's
were
like an
all
old man.
dissing him. Starfleet was dissing him. And yeah, I understand the reason why they put in a plot to make Picard look bad. He kind of turned his back on Starfleet, blah, 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 blah. But the man saved the planet, saved many planets multiple times. Have a little bit more respect for the man,
Yeah.
The myth,
True.
the legend.
Space 1999. Oh, I really should watch that. I've seen a couple of clips, and it reminds me a lot of Blake 7, which is a British show. That was basically the series of Blake 7 had the budget for an entire season that was smaller than the budget for one episode of Star Trek's original series. It was hilariously made if you watch it, but it's actually a good series, especially the first 2 seasons.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab another cup of coffee. Can you guys cover me?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Sure.
Oh, looks like somebody else is coming on in. Uncle Sam, if you don't mind showing your face, I just got to make sure it's you before I pop you up here, especially when I go for a little, spin to get coffee.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do.
Right. I mean, we
except sit here going
stuff. All right. He showed his face. Thank you. How you doing, Uncle Sam 72?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Fantastic. I need a refill of coffee, so I'm going to go grab some right now.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Uncle Sam.
Good day,
I
sir.
ain't never had so much shit getting into the StreamYards before, man.
Oh,
I'm
really?
updating everything. Sorry, y'all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
it's
happened.
Not recognizing any of the hardware, the mic, the headphones, or the camera.
Yeah, that happens. That's annoying.
Sty, how are you doing?
Really good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, brother. Nice to
Good.
see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I
Good
had
to
a
see you too,
glitch
bro.
the other day just before I went to do a stream. StreamYard kept telling me your camera is being used by another program. I don't have a single program running except StreamYard.
That is
And I'm
weird.
I
like,
hear that.
now wait a minute. I just started my computer. I went right into StreamYard trying to set up my stream, and you're telling me I'm using my camera on a different program? Well, okay, I'd like to know who's using it because I'm not. And it took
You got
forever
hijacked.
to finally get it to recognize my darn camera. Yeah.
I hear that. This is just what was happening to me right now. Didn't think I was ever going to get it.
Uh-huh. Oh, and I had microphone issues at one time where the boom mic wouldn't show up. So it's trying to use the microphone on a webcam, then it's trying to use it off my laptop, and I'm like, oh, geez, come on.
Yeah.
Why it wasn't seeing the boom mic, I couldn't figure it out.
I don't know.
Yeah, it gets pretty frustrating. You
I get
figure,
sound
well,
issues with my headset sometimes. It's really annoying. It doesn't recognize the thing. Then I have to pull out the USB stick and put it back in there, and then it reconnects, and then I can choose it as a device. It's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. How you doing, Ralph?
I'm all good.
That's good.
Just scrapping some stuff and fiddling around with stuff. I need to go to my basement a bit later and get another CRT television that I found during work. That was actually quite funny. I was at a customer for a dishwasher, I think it was, and I saw the TV lying on the side of the road. And I saw, oh, I'm parking next to that. And so when I was done at the customer, they just waved me off saying, thank you, goodbye, blah, blah, blah. And I just opened my bag, took the TV, put it in the back, and just drove off. It was a huge, big tube television. So there's bound to be a lot of copper and stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
So more to melt.
Yeah.
You got somewhere you can dispose of those big tubes?
Yeah, I have. There's a trash room under my building which has 3 really big garbage bins, and as soon as the thing is half full, usually they are both half full, I just throw the tube in there and then take some garbage bags from the other one and throw them on top, so
Right.
you don't see it anymore.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just described how I get rid of certain things.
Yeah.
Refill successful.
I feel a bit hungry actually. Maybe I should look up that Domino's for some pizza.
I found out we got a Domino's in our town,
Hello,
And
Gill Skills.
and they told me it's been here for 4 months.
Oh wow.
And
Really?
what did they
Sorry
put
about
up
the
in
camera
dumbest
issue.
place?
Oh, don't worry about it, buddy. I'm just glad you're here.
Me too. I had no sound and no mic, so I had to update my system. You want to see the new mic?
Sure. Sweet.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
all used to technical issues. Oh yeah, there's a
I'm
nice
just
mic.
sticking with my gaming headset for now. I
Are you
don't do
guys-
live streams, so yeah.
Are you guys seeing the chat moving at all?
That's it.
No,
It's louder.
Not that much movement, no.
Well,
No,
the last comment I see is from Daddy13 on the Thoughts of
Yeah,
Space.
same here.
There it moved.
Now bubble this cricket.
Chat crickets, yeah.
Chat crickets.
By the way, the movie Lucy was indeed a good one with Scarlett Johansson. I really like that.
Now, isn't that the one where she ends up using 100% of her brain?
Yeah, it's like some experimental drugs that gets put inside her, and
She becomes God, pretty much.
kind of like that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of like the movie Limitless, only to like the 10th exponent or whatever. I don't know. It's amazing.
Raffle Scrapper. It looks like a couple of my scrapping buddies just showed up. Raffle Scrapper, scrapping together. Of course,
Yeah.
we got legendary Ralph in here as well. Scrappy Ralph. 100% of her brain, yeah.
Gill Skills, if I lived closer to you, buddy, I got a bunch of metal for you.
Well, crap, man. I wish you
I
were
got
closer
him.
too.
Yeah. I got a mess load of computers.
I have about 12 computer towers in my basement, which I need to check. I think most of them are empty, but some are really designer cases, and if they are not damaged, I'm going to try to sell them. Because they're still good cases. You can build a basically completely new PC in there. I mean, a case doesn't change the specifications. A computer does.
Any custom
Right.
cases yet? They've all been like name brand cases. But I thought about doing that too, like turning around and selling them. Not the name brand ones, but if I ever found any custom ones.
My youngest boys probably bought 5 or 6 cases off of eBay, used cases,
Yeah.
They're not that expensive.
No,
I mean, you can find them relatively, cheap.
they're reasonable enough that, like he said, why should I buy new when I can buy a used case that somebody scrapped, took everything out of it, but then he can build another gaming system from scratch up just by buying an empty case, and then he'll buy the motherboard and everything, all the guts.
Like I really doubt I'll buy another case because I don't care about aesthetics. Like I don't care about glass housings and this, that, and the other thing. I've got a custom case right now for this. So even if I completely gutted it out, I can rebuild it from the ashes using the same case.
Right.
Yeah, if you get a good case that works for you, you can basically keep it forever.
Yeah.
It's just changing the main board, the CPU, the RAM, and the video card, which is basically your complete computer. And then you can keep your mouse, your keyboard, your monitor, or more monitors if you have, your case, your cables, basically everything. I mean, I have a huge case. This thing, hold on, let me get it. I do have the option for like light in there, but there is none, so I just didn't turn it off. There is a water cooled system in there. You can tell the little lights.
Yeah,
on,
water cooled.
yeah, it's a closed system. There's a big radiator on top, and I kind of need to clean that out because that's somewhat dusty. This is still a package I need to send to Shernette Williams, by the way. So yeah, it's I keep the same case and just update the parts. The latest thing I updated was the video card. So I don't know, somewhere by the end of the year, I'll probably go for mainboard CPU memory combination, and then in another maybe year or two, I'll change the video card again. So
see, I'm at a crossroads because I've got a DDR3 motherboard.
Oh yeah, same here.
For memory, but mine can take up to 64 gigabytes.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because I've only got the 4 slots. It's so hard to find 16 gigabyte RAM sticks.
They are quite expensive, yeah.
They are. They're hideously expensive.
Yeah. DDR4 is becoming cheaper, and you don't need like a $300 main board. You just get one for like I don't know, $99. As long as it has the 4 memory slots, it fits the CPU and supports the CPU that you want to get, either a high grade i5 or i7. I got a 2nd generation i5 in here and still going strong.
So guys, we'll switch from computers to food. What's
Yes.
the weirdest food that you guys have ever tried that you actually thought you'd hate, but it turned out you really liked it?
Human flesh.
Okay, moving on. No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Long pork, right? Yeah.
that's his default answer, guys. By the way.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No.
Chicken and
I
pork
don't know.
adobo. It's
This
got
is-
more fat in it than we normally consume on our tables.
This is going to be an ultra bland vanilla answer, so I apologize for that. I know Stai's going to do way better than me when it comes to this answer, but mine is sushi. Like I just
raw
couldn't
fish.
stand. I couldn't stand the thought of eating something raw. You know what I mean?
Most of the time it's smoked.
Yeah, well, smoked is different because technically, I mean, depending on how you smoke it, and
It's a form of curing, yeah.
right,
Yeah.
it's a form of curing. But to eat something raw, I've always kind of had a phobia of doing that. And one day I was at this all-you-can-eat buffet, and they had sushi. And my mother's like, "Try it." I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Try it. You might like it." And I'm like, "Damn you, Ma." So I put it on my plate. And I ate everything else on my plate but that. And then she's like, "Try it." And then she pulled at Mama. She's like, "Eat everything on your plate."
Finish your plate.
I'm like, "Damn it, checkmate." So I tried it and I was very surprised. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's some really good sushi. It's one of my favorite foods.
Gator tail. Oh,
I've never had gator. We don't get that stuff over here.
Mine will
Unfortunately.
probably gross a lot of people out, but growing up, I spent the summers, most of the summers on the farm with my grandparents, and they were old school farmers. You know, you don't waste nothing, and they wouldn't force you to eat something that you didn't like, and they'd have blood sausage.
Oh.
And I'd look at that big ring of blood sausage, and they'd cook it with kraut, you know, and they'd say, "Oh, you got to try it. You got to try it." The name tells me I ain't eating that. Ain't happening. And I was an older teenager when finally I caved in and said, "Fine, I'll try a bite." And I was pleasantly surprised. You don't realize that that's just coagulated blood in that tube, you know, and because it had good texture and good flavor, you know, it was seasoned real good, and now I like a good blood sausage if it's a well-made one. Yeah,
I've never tried that, but like the term, the very name of it,
Right.
keeps me away from it. But I mean, if you think about it, anybody who eats a steak is doing basically the same thing
Mhm.
to a degree. You know what I mean? There's blood in that.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, and I'd watch them make it prep it, and it's the big kettle they use, big cast iron kettle. They'd pour the blood in there, and they'd cook it until it got heavy and thick, and then they'd fill the sausage casings with it, and it's just like, no. We saw it come from the animal to the pot to the sausage. You're not going to see it go to the mouth.
Jim,
but then once I tasted it, then
Jim,
that's like head cheese.
Blood sausage in.
Head cheese is another one I didn't try until I was an adult, actually, and I actually like head cheese, but I avoid it just because I know what all's in it. It tastes good, but yeah.
No, it's and sushi. You know, I would eat sushi once a week, once every other week, whenever I could afford to go to the restaurant. I'd get sushi now, but I don't think I would do that with head cheese.
Yeah, the first time I tried sushi was on a private plane. We flew out to a casino on the East Coast. We're flying back here to Wisconsin, and the fellow that flew us out there, his flight attendant, she comes out with these big trays of sushi, and everybody's chowing that down, and I'm going, no, get me a frying pan, and then I'll try it. And she convinced me. She was too cute to say no to, so I went ahead, and they had like 4 different types of fish, and the first one I had was tuna, and then I found I really liked the salmon. The salmon wasn't smoked, but it was salted. They had salted the sushi.
Sashimi, that's very good, yeah.
Yeah, so I really liked the Atlantic salmon.
Bubblebus is talking about surströmming, although I don't think he's talking about it in the sense that he ate it and ended up finding that he liked it. Oh my gosh. Prevolution Live says, I used to live in a farm. Too much roosters walking around at some point, so we turned them into soup, and the organs we took out and fried up with some bacon.
Oh, man.
This is the first time in my life that I have to say that doesn't sound good with bacon.
Well, I've had chicken hearts before,
bacon, but I don't think that bacon would be enough for me to want to eat that.
See, I love chicken hearts, gizzards, and livers.
Chicken livers are very good. Yeah.
Chicken livers, gizzards, and hearts, and you fry them all up. And I like a few onions fried up with them. I can sit there just like snacking on them.
Speaking of tuna, hot tuna fish, tuna sandwich melt. I'm gonna add that.
I open try just about anything. You know, Phil from Everything Spicy made that abundantly clear when he sent me a can of brains. Okay.
See, now I've eaten rabbit brains and pork brains, but the way we made them, they were coated in egg and then fried.
Oh. And
they actually were like scrambled eggs. Pow. Oh, hi, Samantha.
Howdy.
Oh,
she deserved a wonderful entrance.
Yes, so good to see you, girl.
Good to see you.
Faith in the Fallen.
Howdy.
Hello, sweetheart.
How's it going?
Raven the Blackbird.
All right.
Good chat, buddy. How's life treating you today there? It's still morning over where you are, right?
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. It's fabulous so far. I got up early to upload and stuff. I do that because I tend to, the East Coasters get up 4 hours later, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
And that new upload that she made, guys, was a song called You'll Never Get My Love.
You're never going to get my love.
You're never going to get my love. I'm sorry.
Yep.
But check it out.
Check it out, folks.
Yeah, the story behind that one is
oh no, not that guy. Hello, Raven.
Offered me $1,000 on Facebook to do a song in lingerie or sexy clothes, and I
All right, then.
told him to get lost and blocked him, but it infuriated me. So I wrote
Yo,
a
Skills,
song.
I'm going to bounce so that
That's actually a
somebody
good
else
reason.
new can come on as well.
Are you sure? You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If someone comes up in the basement, I can let you know. It's your choice, of course. I just enjoy having you here is all.
I don't let my guests leave.
Well, and that's why I wanted to say,
Huge
you know,
statement.
I appreciate the gesture, but you don't have to leave unless you really need to.
I always think it's funny when I can get one of my guests, I'll guilt them into staying on my panel, and then I'll tell them, and they'll go, well, gosh, come on, let me go. And I tell them, you've got the control. You just take your mouse and go click, and you're gone. You can leave whenever you want. I can't make you stay up here.
And he's gone.
He took off anyway. It's
He
all
realized, oh
yeah,
I
got
can
paid
do
this
that.
month. Awesome.
Boom. Yeah.
Bubblevis said Raven usually ignores me.
I ignore everybody sometimes.
Well, there you go. Touche.
Hey, Eileen.
I see somebody with a dog or a cat or something, and
It's a puppy.
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 Chase.
That's not a dog.
Chase.
It's a chihuahua.
If you can drop kick it over the fence, it's not a dog.
That's what my dad would say. Jeez.
That's the next evolution.
that's for Crow.
Hey,
Cruelty
when
ma-
I heard that Los Apsos were guard dogs, I laughed my butt off, and I said, "You gotta be kidding! Nobody could use a Los Apso for a guard dog. That's a little lap dog, for crying out loud." And they said, "No, they over in Tibet, they're these big temples. They have Los Apsos guarding those temples." And I said, "You mean they're like a burglar alarm? They'll bark if somebody shows up." They said, "No, they're guard dogs." So we went online, and he showed me this big long article about how Los Apsos were used in ancient times, especially to guard these temples. The thing is there'd be 400 or 500 of them. Okay, now can you imagine one Los Apso comes after you? Yeah, drop kick it over the fence. 500 of them come after you. I started realizing, oh, okay, yeah, in numbers they could be a guard dog.
Yeah.
Individually they're not much, but as an army, I would not want to be attacked by 500 Los Apsos. No, what a way to go!
Women and native fighters.
It's a stampede.
So that brings me to another topic. Are you a cat or a dog person?
I'm both. I have both.
I'll eat both if you get me a good recipe.
That's disgusting.
I knew he was going to say it. I knew it's something like that.
Well, at least you didn't say human flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
My preference are dogs, but I like cats, but my preference are dogs. What I really like about cats is the maintenance is a lot easier than the dog.
True.
I don't have to walk my cat 4 times a day. And it doesn't bark in the middle of the night.
Just barely a dog person. Like I love cats. I love all animals. I love birds too.
Yeah.
I have cockatiel.
Cats, whatever.
Ooh, I had.
But I do prefer dogs ever so slightly. Like if I had a choice, hey, somebody's got a dog and a cat, that needs to be adopted, I'd probably take the dog over the cat.
Yeah.
If I had to choose.
Yeah.
With me, I would rather take the cat because I love cats.
And cats.
And I also like dogs too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a dog around your house. And
I just take what has more meat.
My daughter is so upset at me because she had like our first cat. Like we just recently got a second cat, but our first cat was her cat. It's still her cat, but it took a liking to me. Like every night, it would sit in my chair. Like it would sit with me in my recliner chair and just sleep with me as I watch TV. And she got so jealous of that.
My cat.
That's my cat, Dad. That's my cat. And like whenever the new cat would try to do that, she'd be like, no, I'm taking that cat and me and him going upstairs. Okay, honey.
When my kids were young, they of course brought 2 stray cats home, and one was a Siamese, and one I don't even know what he was, but he was black and white, long-haired cat. He looked like a Holstein cow. So I called. They said, "What should we name him?" I said, "Well, look at him. He looks like a Holstein cow." I said, "Let's call him Beef." Oh, that's good. So they named him Beef. Well, that Siamese cat, that I don't know how the kids came up with the name. They decided to name him Barley. Oh, and I thought, oh, this is good. This is good.
Barley Beef.
So after we had these cats for a while, I was transitioning between 2 jobs, and I told the family, I said, hey, things are going to be tight for a while until I get this new job going. I said, so let's keep the spending down. And the kids right away, they go, oh no, how are we going to eat? They're thinking I'm saying we're flat broke. We're not going to be able to eat kind of thing. And I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry. I thought, here's my opportunity. Them kids go to school, they get home at the end of the day, and they get home and table's set, and each spot's got a big bowl. And they didn't realize it was a big empty kettle sitting on the center of the table. Well, I put them 2 cats in our bedroom and locked the door.
Oh, man.
And the kids all come to the table. What's for supper? I said, beef and barley soup. My 2 girls started bawling, and the boys are going, I ain't never ate cat. You have you ever ate cat? Yeah. It was fun. It was a blast.
So how long did you let that go on before you said, oh, guys, it's not really the kitties?
I lifted the lid off of that and put the ladle in there like I'm stirring it. And then I go to my youngest girl, I go, you get the first bowl, because to her, Barley was her cat.
Right.
And you get the first bowl. And I had just air into her bowl. Then she realized, she goes, oh. And then my little kids were swearing at me. They never had the guts to swear at Dad ever before, but boy, they did that evening. They were swearing at me. Dad, you're an ass. Then when I let the cats out of the bedroom, the kids really didn't look at the cats the same anymore. It was like they're walking through the room and they're wondering, will Dad someday? Will he? Come here, kitty. I got to pet you while I got the chance. And I said, well, at least the kids are paying more attention to the cats. Yeah, beef and barley. Never go hungry. Yeah.
My daughter knows how to pick them. She knows how to name them too. The first cat was named Sarah. And the second cat was named Simon.
Simon, Sarah
and Simon. I
guess named them Simon and Garfunkel. From the group, Simon and Garfunkel.
I'd like to think that, but I don't think she was thinking that when she named the cat.
Yeah, well, I had this big Akita Husky mix, and boy, did he eat. Boy, did that dog eat food. And he was an expensive maintenance dog, just trying to keep him fed. And I shocked my ex-wife, because both of us were accountants. I go, and I did tax accounting for a few firms. And I told her, I said, we got an extra deduction this year. She goes, what do you mean we got an extra deduction this year? I said, I'm putting boo-boo on the taxes as a deduction. She goes, you can't put a dog on the taxes. You can't deduct. I said, I'm deducting them costs. I want him as a deduction. She said, dogs don't qualify. I said, hey, look at him. I said, he doesn't look like any of us. We don't know who his father is, but we're supporting him. I said, you're darn right I should get him as a deduction. I said, otherwise he'd be homeless if he didn't have us. I said, he fits all the criteria of claiming someone as a deduction.
Sam,
She goes,
are you okay?
she goes, but you named the kid Boo Boo? You think the IRS isn't going to catch that? I said,
Wow.
The cat got a
yeah, that might be a problem. We might have to have a name change. Yeah.
the cat got a hold of the dog.
That's what, yeah.
Do they have little skirmishes?
Yeah. Tyga, come here. Come here.
Oh man, I heard that yip, and she immediately went mute.
Playing a little too rough or something. I don't know, but that cat.
Laying a smack it down on that cat. Stop.
Cat's twice his size, and he doesn't like when the dog gets in his face sometimes. So he'll give it to him.
Yeah, the poor pup wants to play, and the cat's like, I'm beyond playing. Back off.
Twice his size too.
Hey, Jennifer Keating, how are you?
Hey, Jennifer.
So my next question to you guys is, and this ought to be wild. What's the longest you've ever gone without being online?
Come here.
Without being online?
Well, from 1978 up until the year 2000.
That doesn't count.
That's basically when we first got internet.
We're going by the Pringles rule. You can't stop with just one. So, like when you start with the first time you've gone online on.
I think I was on vacation for about 3 weeks without internet. That's about it, though.
I've gone on camping trips. There was a 3-day weekend that I went on a camping trip and didn't have. Decided to make pancakes, huh?
Yeah.
And these are for me?
Yeah.
Did you make some for yourself?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Here, let me give this back to you here. My son made me pancakes.
Awesome.
Aww, that's cool.
You want me to send them over and make you guys some pancakes?
I'm trying to order food, but apparently my banking app is flipping out. It's really weird. They changed something.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you a customer? Yes.
Thank you.
It's just
Trying to
annoying.
order something online and all of a sudden you okay. Get that out of my face.
Oh, that looks good.
I almost spilled it on my keyboard. Oh God.
No, you don't want syrup on your keyboard.
No,
No,
that's
you don't.
impossible to get out.
Unless you have to use hot water.
No, they're not poisoned. Is that my first thought? No, I don't think that's bad, terra firma, because that's your thought process. Would you like to taste them to make sure that they're not poisoned, terra firma? I could set that up for you. Yeah, Austin's a great kid. He's very considerate. This just turned into a mukbang.
I think
Enjoy.
a lot of people make a lot of good food at times.
So yeah, 3 days. I'm going to have to say 3 days I went without internet.
But that was because there was no internet, like it disconnected, or there were like.
Excuse me. I went on a camping trip, and there was absolutely no reception. There was no internet where we went. Nothing. So couldn't use the phones. The phones were on airplane mode. No internet at all.
I had to look at my analytics to figure it out. From June 6th of 2016 till September 12th of 2016, I had no YouTube. And my channel grew during that time. I gained like 300 subscribers, and I was off for 4 months. And then I was only on for 2 weeks, and then I had my heart attack, and then I was off for about a month again. and my channel kept growing during that time. I couldn't believe it. That's the time though that when I was gone for over 4 months.
Wow.
All of a sudden I'm getting. I wasn't checking emails, nothing. I wasn't doing nothing because I had no access. And once I had access, I get on there and I'm looking at my emails and I got all these followers. Are you there, Sty? Sty, respond. Let us know you're okay, blah, blah, blah. And then I start realizing there's messages in there. Sty, if you're alive, let us know. The word is that you passed away and nobody knows.
Oh,
They all thought I died.
At that point, you're like, all right, I got to let people know I'm alive.
That's well, and I couldn't afford it, but I finally got my computer fixed. I got the internet set up, and the first video was Sty is alive. People thought they were contacting my family members, and I wasn't even paying attention to them. So, so here they were thinking I was dead. Yeah.
Oh, God. Until they saw the video and saw that you were still alive.
Right. And you know what was terrible? I did, after I had the heart attack, I did a video called, what the heck was it? Something from the heart anyway. And it was just telling everybody I went through major open heart surgery and blah, blah, blah. The very first reaction to that video was a thumbs down. Somebody wished I hadn't made it. I'm like, whoa, right in my face. Give me a thumbs down on I made it through my surgery video. I thought, oh, somebody don't like me.
When they don't like you, they tend to say mean things, and it brings up a lot of this drama crap on YouTube.
I mean, when usually when you see a thumbs down, it means that someone didn't like your content.
Right.
But you have to wonder sometimes if,
right,
like, there are green people on YouTube that don't know really what the thumbs down is supposed to represent.
Right.
Like, they may be giving you a thumbs down because they don't like the situation you're in or don't like what happened to you.
Right. Like bummer.
I kind of wonder about that, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
because that's like with Facebook too. What I don't like with Facebook is you can use an angry emoji, but they don't have any thumbs down. So you can't thumbs down anything on Facebook. You got to give any kind of emotion other than I don't like it. I don't like your post. You can put the angry on there and they'll say, oh, he's angry at the content, not at the poster. Well, he might be angry at the poster. You just don't know.
Thumbs down quite simply just doesn't give you the context that. Really...
That's why I beg people that give me thumbs down. I beg them, would you please leave a comment? Tell me what the hell I did that you didn't like.
That's what I mean.
Because I could fix it.
No, you're like, why? Why?
Right. And I've got a devoted thumbs downer. Because every video of mine's got a thumbs down, at least one. And I know who that one is. And he's a buddy of mine. He's a real tight YouTube friend. We do things together. He lives close by. And he does it just because he can't help but contradict anything I say. Because he likes that debate process. He's just one of those guys you can say, oh, what a beautiful blue sky. Well, that ain't going to last. You know it. It's going to storm within an hour. I'm not talking about an hour from now. I'm talking about right now. And he goes, yeah, but realistically, that your blue sky doesn't mean nothing. But he does that so he starts that debate type conversation. And he keeps telling me, thumbs up, thumbs down don't mean nothing. He says, you need some thumbs down. And when we got in that discussion, I wasn't I could pull it up and find the exact date. I think it's April 22nd of last year. And it was on the 20th, him and I got in this debate over thumbs up, thumbs down. The next day, I get a thumbs down on a video I post. And every video since then gets at least that one thumbs down. It's him. It's him. He's giving me that one thumbs down because he thinks maybe I can upset him. And I laugh. I go, if I don't get that thumbs down, I feel I did something wrong.
You begin to worry. Look, is that person okay?
Because he's not. If it's not there, that means he didn't watch. Is he okay? You know. And that's a view I lost. What the heck? Come on.
Even knowing they give you a thumbs down, they're still watching your content. It doesn't really mean that they're really pissed. They just like to let you know that they're okay and stuff like that too. Because otherwise, you're going to get good and bad.
Too many people want to get emotionally attached to their thumbs down, thumbs up, and their, it's when people make comments that are totally unnecessary and off the wall.
I agree.
That's when I take it personally. Otherwise, thumbs up and thumbs down, I could care less. It's views.
What people don't realize is it's actually healthier for your channel to have a dislike or two on your video because it's more realistic to the YouTube algorithm.
Yep.
That you've got a very
it's got a broader audience.
Them in some senses, because if they see all likes, not that it's not real, but it
appears unreal.
Right. YouTube's like, something doesn't seem quite right here. Maybe we should hold this back from recommendation because there could be a fake element to it, blah, blah, blah.
If you got videos that got 1 thumbs down and videos that got 15 thumbs down and back and forth, you just don't know where it's going to be. YouTube sees that as you've got a broader audience. You've got multiple tastes of different people showing up, and not everybody's going to like what you did that time. So, so then they realize that you're getting true interaction. I think that's it. Looks at it as you're getting honest interaction.
Well said.
But it's the comments that put me over. That it's just the dumbest thing at all. And I mean, my Shaga videos over 40,000, and I had to delete some of the comments because I was calling. The one comment said that every time I go outdoors, I'm raping Mother Nature, and
what?
That I'm raping Mother Nature whenever.
Yeah, I heard, but that was like what?
And
okay,
and I'm like, I thought, do I respond or do I just delete it? I didn't block the person. I just deleted it, and they didn't come back with anything, so that worked out.
If picking chaga selectively off of birch trees is raping Mother Nature, what are all these clear cutters doing?
Yeah, that for one of the people that was telling me how I'm destroying the chaga, they said it's individuals, and that's what I didn't like the way they put it. It's individuals like you that are destroying our forests, and putting chaga on an endangered species status. And I said, I responded to him. I said, do you ever watch something and then say, maybe I should look into it further? I said, why don't you Google chaga and take a look at the history of chaga and find out that 80% of the chaga in the world is in Siberia, and that there's no risk of chaga going away. They've got 60-pound chagas growing on their birch trees in Siberia. We're lucky if we get one that's 15 pounds.
Well, it's like you got to respect. There's a process.
Exactly.
You go out and you be selective. You only take so much so that more chaga can grow off of the tree.
Yeah.
There are some people that aren't respectful of that process, but there are people that are.
And that's what tells me.
Contrast, gun laws are the same way. There are people that choose to abide by those gun laws, and there's some people that don't. But it's kind of the same basic principle.
That's, and I'm sure it's happened to all of you too, where somebody will leave a comment and you'll go, wait a minute, they're tearing me up on something that happened in the first 2 minutes of a 15-minute video.
Mm-hmm.
I know they never finished the video. They never heard the whole story. So So they're judging it in the first 1 or 2 minutes and then leaving this big nasty comment. And it's like, I love responding. After you watch the entire video, could you clarify what your concerns are? Because I had someone telling me you have no respect for Shaga, period. No respect. But in my video, I pound that towards the end of the video. You harvest responsibly, respect the fact that Shaga takes 20 years to recover. And I go down that whole street. If they had watched the whole video, they wouldn't have had to leave that comment. And so it's kind of funny how, but people are people. It's just the way, that's the way it is, you know.
Well, absolutely.
Oh, my latest video has a thumbs down. I just noticed. I was wondering about mine. Probably someone who doesn't like Christmas. That was my Christmas video.
Yeah. Oh, I got several. I got 900. I got 900 and some views on my Christmas stream, and I got several thumbs down.
Oh dear God.
How you doing, Not a
Who
Great?
invited that guy in?
Someone left the back door open.
I think he slipped the bartender and the bouncer a roofie, and then he
got in the house. Yeah.
That's the only way I get near anyone is with a roofie.
How's it going, brother?
Roses are red, violets are blue. That is not a tic tac in my pocket, and I am glad to see you.
Well, if it's there for more than 4 hours, consult your doctor, okay?
No.
You know, I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that when they first marketed Viagra and I put their warnings out there. If you've got one for over 4 hours, please consult your doctor immediately. And I thought, if I had one for more than 4 hours, the doctor would be probably towards the end of my phone calls. Hey, bro, you wouldn't believe this. Yeah, I mean, I'd be calling all my buddies up, telling the world, man, you wouldn't believe this crap. And they'd be saying, you know, they say you should call your doctor. I'll call. I got 3 more guys to call. Then I'll call. Yeah.
It's a proud moment for any man that could, stay at attention for 4 hours straight. But I would imagine that would hurt after a while.
Well, yeah. And
yeah, start playing with it like a kitten.
Yeah.
I just start cupping at it playfully like a kitten. Sorry, just getting weird.
So to switch the topic, what do you guys think of self-driving cars? Would you get in a car that was driving itself?
No.
Not yet. I'll wait a couple of decades.
Not even a Tesla?
Teslas don't drive themselves.
I actually seen a few of them do.
Well, some might.
There's a dude hiding underneath with a little camera. Oh.
What scares me is they're trying to get tractor trailer trucks to drive themselves.
They actually have fuel.
That's not right. That's not right. I mean,
that's scary.
And they've been working on the technology to have fully automated rail too. And over in Minnesota, I sat with this commission on that issue, and boy, they didn't like me. I arguing like that. I said, I guarantee you, your electronic engineer is not going to see that guy standing beside the tracks going, stop, and pointing down the tracks like there's something down there to stop. Your electronic engineer is going to go, oh, look at the moron waving his arms on the side of the road, and then run that car off the tracks down the.
There's already automated trains in the world. London DLR line is automated. That's
they've got a couple here in the U.S. That they're mostly subways or elevated trains.
Freight lines, trains, subways, things like that don't bother me so much because they have, it's like a predestination thing. All you got to worry about is acceleration and brake. But like having a car out there or a tractor trailer truck, I mean, we're talking free range, baby. I mean, they can go anywhere, you know what I mean? At any time. And if there's any faulty sensors, they start drifting or they go off the road or
I don't like being a passenger when another person's driving. Why the heck would I want to be a passenger if I don't have a person driving? I mean,
well, I would probably be behind the wheel and watch the thing drive itself, but there should be like some kind of emergency as soon as like you grab the wheel that you take over.
It would be no fun for me because I would be so damn nervous. My hands would be like an inch from the steering wheel, ready to take over at any given time. So I might as well be driving.
I think
people would rather drive than
it would go up, even though I could take control. I think my stress levels in taking that trip would be spiked because I'd be trying to second guess the car all the time. You know.
Well, a lot of these inventions that are coming out right now are going to be really interesting at times.
Well, it's kind of funny with new technology. Whenever the trains were first implemented, people were worried that cows would stop giving milk because the trains would be exceeding 30 kph and zooming by the cows. I mean, stuff like that. People were afraid that telephones would give you like brain cancer. Just your average rotary telephone system, you know how it started. And now they're messing about the whole 5G thing. There's nothing going to be wrong. Stuff has been tested and tested and tested.
Yeah.
Yes, stuff goes wrong sometimes, but that's how civilization works.
See, the thing is, like Bob was saying, these things are free range out there, though. And you're right. If you wait a couple decades, they'll probably get the bugs out of it, right?
Yeah.
But while they're getting the bugs out of it, how safe am I driving my own vehicle out there that some automated sucker doesn't broadside me? You know, that's the thing is all those mistakes. There's somebody out there going, why me? Why me? Why did I have to be the mistake? You know,
yeah.
They aren't willing to make sure the technology is true and safe before they put it on the market. And a lot of our testing, our R&D is market R&D. It goes
There's
out
a lot of field testing.
Redundancies on top of redundancies. You know, for me to even get in a car that drove itself, and even then, I'd be freaking out. I'd be like right here, ready to take over at any time. I'm sure that it would ease up at some point. You know.
Now I saw one of these hybrid cars with the batteries. You know, it's electric and it's got a little gas engine too. I saw one of them buggers get a short and burn up here in Ashland. Holy smokes, the whole town showed up to watch that thing burn. You cannot have an electrical short in an electric car. You don't want that to happen. I mean,
if it's not working, you're driving around in a huge tinderbox.
Yeah, I mean, the thing's a little power plant running around, and those batteries, you cannot turn off a battery. It's the source. It's the source. You can't turn it off.
It's the same they said about combustion engines when they first went on the road. You're sitting on a tank full of fuel. It can explode at any moment.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly the same. Whenever there's something new, there's people complaining. Just wait. It'll be fine.
Though there were car explosions, and there were, there were electric vehicles that burnt up, and there's going to be that learning curve there. It's just hopefully we learn quickly.
That's it. That goes back to what I was saying is a lot of the R&D is in the market. It's not all done in a controlled situation. It's
true.
Okay, we're close enough. Let's put it in the market. And we'll learn more by letting the public have it, and it's the public that takes a hit. You know, that's
a lot of the new technologies that are coming out, and I have seen several different types of new technologies that are coming out. It's going to amaze a lot of people. And like I said, like I've been saying in some of my videos, that if you put like your grandkids in front of a computer, they'll know more about your computer than you will.
It's gaming systems.
It's going to be scary when my grandkids know. You know, when I have grandkids someday, hopefully in another 10, 15 years, they will just walk circles around me. I consider myself somewhat of a technology guru, but by then, the curve will go past me, and it'll be in their hands.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, is there like I'm interested in everything that's electronic or technology. I wonder if at some point there's going to be something. Okay, that's enough. I've had it up the hill. I'm quitting. This is where I'm staying. Like the old people who refuse to use the internet or mobile banking or even email or whatever.
Right.
People who just say, computers, I don't want anything to do with it. I'm staying right here. And yeah, I wonder if that point will ever come for me.
Understand that these are actually handheld computers.
Yeah. That's happening though, Ralph. That's happening right now, not necessarily with technology, but with social media.
Yep.
And that's part of technology. It kind of goes hand in hand. There's so many different various social medias to choose from. I mean, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, a million others that I can't think of off the top of my head. You know what? I'm not going to sign up for them all. That's way too much for one human being to keep track of. But there are people that try and they get burnt out on it in the process.
True.
You know, and you talk about technology. Look at what we're doing right now. Here we are. We're sitting on StreamYard. This company's only 2 years old. The company that created StreamYard. And what did they create it for? All the dummies out there that want to have a click and go streaming option where they don't have to learn OBS or anything else. All I got to do is have an account and I can click a button and I'm streaming live. I don't have to deal with YouTube because StreamYard's doing it for me. Everything's click and go for us old farts that don't want to learn OBS to its. I got 2 versions of OBS and I spent months learning that. And then StreamYard came along and I go, guess what? I'm going the easy way. Boom. I'm taking the easy route out. And
a lot of people rather do that.
I think I'm at that point where everybody keeps telling me, Sty, you need a bigger, faster computer. You need this camera and that camera, and you need all. And I'm going, no, I like the way it is. Yeah. Everything in my house is kind of retro, and yeah, my equipment will stay retro too. I mean, will I upgrade it if it's required to be able to do what I want to do? Then I will have to upgrade it, but otherwise, I'm not going to upgrade.
Exactly. Yeah.
As
long as it works, it works.
You don't have to upgrade it if you don't want to. If you want to, you can do it, and you don't. A lot of people rather do the upgrade too as well, but it takes time and it takes money.
What people talking about me in chat? I'm sorry, I'll just talk over everyone and be the pinnacle of the fucking universe, shall I? Sorry, Gil.
Easy, bud.
We're
trying to be somewhat clean.
Yes, okay.
Just try to envision yourself in syndication right now. That's all.
Fudging. F-U-D for doggy, G for gnome, I-N, G for gnome. Hello there, Lucy Luxor.
Can I buy a Volvo?
Oh boy.
That's the best telephonic ever. If you ever have to do telephonics on a phone, instead of G for gecko, say G for gnome and just listen to their confusion.
Yeah. Because most people don't know.
Yeah, they don't seem to catch on. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lucy Luxor, much love, God's blessings, and may I also say hello to Faith and Fallen. That cat's got claws.
I have to say, Lucy Luxor, it's great to see you back live. It was great to see that live stream that you did the other day. And someday, I hope, seriously, someday, no pressure, mind you, but someday I'd love to see you on the panel here. I'd love to have you on the panel here. If you want to do a one-on-one interview, I'd love to do that too.
Oh, Lucy. Why don't you come up now, Sweetie, and I'll back down?
Well, I've already asked, and she respectfully declined at the moment.
She'll come up.
AR5.
So, yeah.
Oh, I'm getting really cold.
One-on-one? You sure you want that public?
He wasn't talking about that one.
So I don't know if many of you would want to share this or not, but what is the weirdest job you've ever had?
Disposing of dead bodies.
You were a mortician?
No, it was for some monsters. I'm kidding. I really haven't had any weird jobs.
Dead flesh, aren't you?
It's necrophilia. Yeah.
Oh man.
Most of the jobs I ever had was like janitorial or grocery stores.
It might be weird to some people, but not all. But it's weird for my character. I used to be a go-go dancer.
Oh,
Yeah, believe it or not. But like, yeah, it was totally out of character, and my dad didn't talk to me for an entire year. So, yeah, it wasn't a good choice on my part.
That was before you had kids, I assume.
You did it.
No, after my first son, before
Oh,
my
really?
yeah,
Okay.
that is awesome.
I hated it.
Hey, it
Not
was Mike.
everybody.
But it paid well. Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah.
I'm
Not a
interested to hear
stripper.
Sly's answer too.
I, you know,
Sly, were you a go-go dancer?
was I a go-go dancer?
I'm afraid he's going to say yes.
No, I would go watch the dancers, but no, I wasn't a go-go dancer. No,
That was your job. You were quality
I was
control.
a watcher. Yeah,
Ah?
yeah, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I did reviews. Not YouTube either. No. My weirdest, I never had weird jobs. They were just normal lines of work. But I think the closest one to weird was when I worked water and sewer construction. We go into communities that are putting in community water and sewer, taking away the well from every house and just putting common water in and common sewer lines in. And that was, to me, weird because when you do the hookup right to the house, you'd have to tell the people in the house that they can't use the plumbing. You can't run any water. You can't flush the toilet. And what was weird about it is at least once a week, somebody got a full toilet of crap flushed on top of them while they're trying to hook the pipes up.
Oh, great.
There was always a customer that, oh, I forgot. And, oh, man, we'd have guys come running out from under a house with turds and toilet paper on top of their head. And they're just, that was the weirdest job I had. I graduated real quick to operating a backhoe, so I didn't have to go down under that house anymore. I said, no. I lucked out. I never got hit, but ugh.
It's not a weird job per se, but this is the most ironic job I've ever had. Of course, any job you have, you want to make money, right? Well, I worked for a very short time and I quit, but I worked for one of the local casinos, and I was the manager of the crew that took all of the money out of all of the slot machines, brought it all into a private room and counted millions upon millions of dollars per day for someone else.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I've been there. I've done that. I was the chief financial officer for two fairly large tribes, and I had to be in the cage several times a week during cash out, and all of our slot techs and the security go out, bring all the cash in, and all I did was stand there and watch them count cash all night.
I mean, millions and millions of dollars. It was just crazy seeing that much money in one place every single day. And between the really, really crappy senior leadership and the state of Maine guidelines and regulations, it was too much. I said, "Frig you guys, I'm going home."
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, the weirdest thing I seen in my employment was at a casino. I never realized our casino, they called me up one day and they said, "Stipe, we got to do something because our vault is full of tokens." And I said, how can it be full of tokens? And they said, they're foreign tokens. And we call them foreign tokens because they're from other casinos.
Ah.
And so I went down there and I thought, well, they're going to have a couple $1,000s worth of these tokens from other casinos around the country. No, $158,000 worth of foreign tokens. Well, I got a list of all those foreign tokens, contacted all of those casinos and said, would you like to buy your tokens back? And we managed to sell about 30,000 of them back to their home casinos, but we're stuck with $125,000 worth of tokens, and they're worth $1 a piece if you take them to that casino. Well, we're not driving all over the country getting rid of those tokens. It's not worth it. I had to get a hold of this security outfit. They show up with this big truck with this big grinder on the back.
Oh my!
And we had to go out there and dump them tokens in there while that grinder ground all those tokens into tiny little steel chips and spit them in the back of that
My
truck.
pizza's here.
But
I'll be right back.
Hey, pizza.
Pizza. He
There's
doesn't
a
do
lot-
that in
there's-
front of
there's
us
a
now,
lot
isn't
of
he?
people do the
I'll tell you, one of the regulations in that job that I had was we would be all sitting at the stainless steel or standing at the stainless steel table. One of the jobs was to count up all of the, the chips, like the poker chips and stuff like that. And if a single chip fell on the floor, you were penalized for it.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, everyone had to stop. Like if a single chip fell on the floor, there were like 50 cameras and they were looking at you at which angle, but unflattering or flattering. And you'd have to stop. You'd have to put your hands up.
Yep.
And wait for that person to pick up. It's like you're being robbed. Pick up that chip and put it back on the table, and wait for the all clear to proceed. It was crazy, but that's state regulation here.
Yep. Well, for our casinos, it was hands above table, at all times. You could never let your hands drop below the table. Well, hi.
Hey guys, this is my daughter Cadence. I know a lot of you already know her.
Hi, Cadence.
She is going to a dance tonight.
Oh,
And,
cool.
And so is my son. You want to show him the dress you're going to be wearing? Why don't you? All you got to do is lift it up.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Footloose.
Sparkly.
Footloose.
Oh, wow. I love the back. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I love you. And I'll see you a little later. Will you be here before you go?
I don't know.
We'll make sure that your mother takes pictures, okay?
Cooperative teenagers of the
We'll
world.
make sure somebody takes pictures.
I didn't get pictures of the last dance together. So
All right. See you later, hon. Where's Austin?
Take them pictures.
Is he going
They
later?
are our future.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's not going to come to Olivia's.
Well, that's true. All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys.
She's going to look beautiful in that. That's awesome.
Did you have
She's
your
growing
dad
up too
talk
damn
with her date?
fast.
Yeah, they do.
Did you have your dad talk with her date?
Yeah,
She's
right.
going with a date, believe it or not.
Oh,
That's
okay.
even better.
Yeah.
I used to love the dad talks with the dates.
That's what you want. Keep them
Yeah.
single and keep them a nun. That's how my daughter's going to be.
What is that, Domino's?
She brought her last boyfriend over the house. She wanted to introduce. She did it traditionally. She came over. It was a kid she was interested in, so she brought him over the house, and we had we had dinner. We they watched movies, and it went really well. And I did my best not to be cringy or embarrass her in any way. So yeah.
Nice.
Did I succeed or not? That's another story because she hasn't brought another boy over since. But we'll see.
See, now I did that with both my girls, and then my oldest daughter, after she became an adult, she showed up at the house one day and she says, "Dad, can I borrow $50?" I go, "What do you need $50 for?" And she goes, "I need something fixed on my car." And the garage said they'll do it for $50. And I thought, well, it must be something simple, so I'm not going to mess with it. Yeah, I'll give her the $50. I gave her the $50. She showed up the next day with a husband. The $50 was for the marriage license.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh,
Now,
man.
now get this. He's Cameroonian. He's from Africa.
Oh.
He's not even. He was here on a visa. Do you think I was livid?
Well,
I looked at him and I said, "I want $50, and it better not be Cameroonian money either. I want $50. I want it now."
I hope to hell that I never hear that from my daughter. And here, Dad, I need $50 to fix my car. Come back with a husband.
No.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, that one threw me for a loop.
That would be a painful road bump in life for me.
Yeah, and after that, anytime she asked for money, I always said, "And what's it for?" And she'd tell me, and I'd say, "Okay, I'll go get it, and I'll bring it over to your house." What? Well, no, I just need the cash, and I'll go get it for you and bring it over to the house. Forget it, Dad. Yeah, no more. If you need something, I'll go get that something for you. I won't give you money anymore because you'll come back with another husband.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's when the money trust thing just. No, I never. Mike, I never got that $50 back. In fact, it ended up costing me a ton of money just to get her divorced from the character. It was a nightmare.
Oh man,
it was a nightmare.
Why do women keep ending up with people like that? I mean, how?
Day and age.
I don't want to presume to know.
I was going to say,
women think with their heart and not their body parts.
Well, true, that's a part of it, but I think that. I think a lot, and guys are kind of similar in this regard. I think sometimes it boils down to your self-esteem and what you think, what you think would be a compatible mate for you. You know what I mean? Right. You may be vastly underestimating yourself. You know what I mean? And you may think someone is out of your league, but they're not. You know what I'm saying?
Batman.
And
so
that's what
I think that's what happens a lot of the times. So they settle for less. If
that's
that
what
makes
my
sense.
daughter did. Was this guy was nothing, but portrayed himself as being something. She went after this something he portrayed himself as.
Yeah.
And then found out after the fact he was nothing. But I hit him as nothing right from the get-go.
Just eat the box.
You show up and I asked her, how long have you known this guy? 3 weeks. I don't know what the heck.
That's the toughest thing as a parent, isn't it, Sty? To know from your experience, you know how it's going to end. Yeah. But despite your best efforts and your advice, they have to play out and they have to learn that lesson themselves.
They're going to learn it on their own. That's it.
And the hardest part.
She helped me with that because, and my boys, they both know. My boys have never come to me unless it's an absolute dire situation, because I told them flat out. I said, those girls, the 2 girls will always have a roof no matter how bad things get. I said, you 2 boys, don't ever come back home. When you leave the house, you're leaving the house. You're a man now. You can sleep in the back seat of your car. You don't have to have your little boy's room back here at the house. You can sleep in your car. You can rough it. The girls, I don't want sleeping out on the street in the car. You boys can handle it. Well, my boys took it serious. That, we can't go back home if things get rough, We're going to have to figure it out. And they have. I have to say, both my boys have done very well for themselves. And my 2 girls, though, they keep going after these deadbeats, and I'm just like, oh, no. My youngest one, her fiance, supposedly shot himself in the leg.
So he's also an idiot.
And the cops are saying, well, the direction that bullet went into your left leg and went into the driver's door, somebody in the passenger seat would have had to have shot you. That's not an angle you would have been able to even accidentally shoot yourself. So the cops are going, no, you were shot by somebody. You didn't shoot yourself. Oh, no, I shot myself. So this whole thing. And I asked my daughter, what the hell is he doing with a gun? He's an ex-felon on some major drug charges. And he's not allowed to have a gun in his possession. And she goes, well, the state of Wisconsin gave him a conceal and carry permit. I said, what? so
yeah, that's the problem with concealed carry.
What it comes down to is it was a big problem with proper record keeping. Yes. If they had proper record keeping, he would have never gotten that permit. He'd never have that gun in his possession unless he had it illegally. But now, so this guy, all this trouble, I have to walk my daughter through the process get to the courthouse, talk to the district attorney, get a restraining order against this guy, blah, 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 and help her go down that street. And my ex-wife shows up here and she goes, what happened to your old self? Years ago, you'd drive right down there and you'd whomp the hell out of that guy. And she said, and you'd be willing to sit for 30 to 60 days to teach him a lesson. I said, I wasn't sick. I wasn't 63 years old back then. I said, those 90 days, they could be my last 90 days. I'm not going to jail for nobody. I said, that's why I'm staying here and dealing with it on the phone. You know,
That's a limited time deal where you're willing to do a little time to right some wrongs that have been done to your family.
Yeah. Well, and I'm at the stage where, okay, this daughter's 38 years old. Why do I have to go and babysit her? I should not have to. Not when all of it came from her own decisions against better advice from me and her own mother. So I figured I'm not going to jail for her making bad decisions. No, she'll have to deal with it, but I'll help her, you know, give her advice. But
so how many cups of coffee do you think you all drink per day? For those of you that drink coffee,
About 2 or 3. Not that many.
16 to 20.
What? Do you have stock in certain coffee brands?
Do I what?
he wants to coffee shares in certain companies that just give make coffee.
Oh yeah. I pretty much so. Yeah, I got pretty good stock at Folgers. Yeah.
Mike, WTF Mike just instantly responded 3 pots.
Wow.
Bubble
Yeah,
insanely sized mugs per day.
I would say, and
there
I'm
you go.
saying
Right.
16 to 20. One of my styrofoam cups is a cup and a half this size. And it's 16 to 20 of those styrofoam cups, which is about 3 pots, 3 of the 12 cup pots. Those aren't cups. I mean, that's literally a cup.
I'll drink 2 or 3 of these a day. This size cup. This is a little bigger. This is taller than the traditional cup.
I've had 2
Yeah.
of these today, so that's enough for me.
Yeah.
But then again, I do drink cola, which also has caffeine.
Yeah.
I switched to Pepsi at some point, but I don't drink coffee all day. It's like jump starting my day to drink 2 of these, and then I switch to Pepsi.
The only way I can jumpstart my day with coffee is my first pot is this.
Death Wish coffee.
Damn.
Reminds me of Death Clock.
It's actually got a warning on the back.
World's strongest coffee, highly caffeinated. Wow.
Make it bigger.
Yeah, it's organic coffee. Yeah, it's a good organic coffee. But
There has to be a warning on the pad. That must have cost a pretty mint to get too, huh?
I don't. My kid's buying it for me. Yeah. Yep. World's strongest ground coffee. And I tell you what, I put about a cup of this coffee in my coffee pot, and it comes out as black as this box. I mean, it is just like tar coming out of there. But it's got a really neat undertone of cherry and vanilla. It's got a cherry vanilla flavor that's just an undertone. You can just tell it's there, and it makes it real palatable. I mean, it tastes great. But oh yeah, this gets you jump started. A pot of that to start your day. Yeah. Then I'm good. Then I drink regular made Folgers the rest of the day and half the night. Like tonight you're streaming, Gil, I'll be sitting here drinking coffee. And
How long does a box like that last you though? Like, I know you use it as every once in a while, it's like your first cup. But how long does that typically last?
that box lasts me about 2 weeks because I'm making 1 pot a day. So about 14 days in there. Because I'm using between a half and a full cup when I make a pot of grounds. And that box, the bag that's in that box is tight packed in there, so that the size of that box is how much coffee you're getting. So it wasn't terribly expensive. It was, I don't know, it was like $15 or something like that.
So have you guys ever heard of Dr. Squatch?
Dr. Squatch.
Doctor Who?
Dr. Squatch.
No, Doctor Who.
It's you probably have seen the commercials and the ads. It's about this soap, Dr. Squatch soap. You know, the guy that it's a soap commercial basically. It's all about soap and whatnot. I'm wondering if anybody's tried it, has gotten any of Dr. Squatch's soap.
Now I know what you're talking about. I've seen those ads.
Those ones that are on YouTube.
Talking about other brands of shams and poo.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I haven't tried it, but a lot of people saying that. A lot of people have been saying that soap is pretty good.
I've been wanting to try Nautical Sage and Bay Rum. I want to give that a try. Pine tar looks pretty good too.
Nautical Sage.
Nautical Sage. That's what it says.
Hi, Captain.
It's a refreshing mix of cypress, lavender, and sage.
Oh, lavender.
That would go with the beard of sageness.
Right. Yeah, that would be surprisingly fitting, wouldn't it?
Lavender in the UK is what old farts wears.
I can't. I'm sorry. You know, so many people love lavender. I can't stand lavender. And it's from being a little kid, when your mother would drag you to church on Sunday and she'd plop you between two of the oldest ladies in church. And all you smell is old lady and lavender.
Old lady and lavender. Oh, I can see why that would give you kind of pause.
And I tell you what, 15 years of dealing with old lady lavender.
I saw the dog looking outside the window, Gil.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can't really see her that well, but hold on. Just something outside? Somebody outside? Go ahead. Take a look. Take a peeky.
There's her ears.
All right.
No, she was up on the windowsill and she's just looking outside, trying to see what's going on outside.
I've been wanting to try that soap for a while, and it's $7 a bar, or you can get like subscriptions. You could subscribe, and they'll send you a couple of bars every now and then.
Oh.
I'm an Irish Spring guy, but I'd be willing to try Dr. Squatch.
A lot of people, there's a lot of people think that soap is just all fake.
What's that?
Oh, that Dr. Squatch. I know. I'm not saying. I'm saying it's just how they perceive things like that. You know, they'll say something good and they'll say something bad too.
Yeah. They down the competition without naming the competition. It's kind of like YouTubers. You know, we can talk about YouTubers, but we can't name YouTubers if we're like talking negatively about them.
Can we talk negative about YouTube users?
Yeah, if you don't name them specifically.
Hello there, WTF Mike.
This guy right here who lost his mind a few times.
I've never lost my mind. God bless you, WTF Mike. I hope you're well. I hope you're eating your vegetables and recycling your plastics.
I'm just picking on this guy just out of fun, okay, guys, in chat. If
everybody does, I guess.
Oh, is he picking on me? I didn't even realise.
You're so good at it, you don't even notice.
I'm just going to go for it then. I want to go out to Switzerland where all the others be, trying to get a letter with a yellow. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome.
I don't know.
You know, when you have fun on YouTube, it's kind of fun too.
So why do women spend so much time on their looks and so very little time on developing their minds? Because men are mostly stupid, but very seldom blind.
Oh my god. Just said it.
So you see his dog right behind him. His dog just sitting up on the chair looking at the.
She's so pretty. I love her.
Yeah.
She reminds me.
That's a real dog, by the way.
I am too.
She is awesome. My other dog was a Malamute. She passed last summer, but she looked almost just like that, except she had a white chest and not the white face. It was all black.
Awkward silence. Why has it gone all silent?
I'm eating.
He's eating a Domino pizza.
I'm stuffing my face here.
It's in these awkward silences I touch myself inappropriately, so someone better make some noise. Ooh, baby, do you know what it's worth? Ooh, heaven is to touch myself.
Oh God. I mean, I remember those songs.
I'd love to be able to come up here and serenade you all, but I don't want Gil being done for copyright because I sound just like the bloody singles. Oh, do I? You closed your eyes and you all thought that was Belinda Carlisle singing that, and I was like, nope, it was Gamer, definitely Gamer. She was the one, by the way, who done Heaven is a Place on Earth. If you didn't know, inside joke.
Sorry about that.
You missed some magical singing. You missed out on a lot.
It was awesome.
All I got to do is hit rewind, and I'll watch it again. I promise.
You didn't miss much.
Timestamp 2 hour and 26 minutes. There we go.
Be worth it. I'd play it on repeat like 10 times.
Have faith. Just called women stupid but pretty. What?
I told a joke.
Oh.
I tried.
He told a joke.
I tried.
Oh man, Sty disappeared. Crap.
He ran off.
Yeah, sorry about that. There was some sort of mix-up. My mother is out and about, and my sister's up watching my grandmother. And she meant to send a text message to my sister, but she sent it to my wife instead. And she's like, your mother's saying go check up on grandma too, or give her a pill. I'm like, what?
You say you're near the border because you say a boot. You nearly say it Canadian, my friend.
What?
Listen back to how you just said about.
A boot? About?
It was very Canadian.
Yeah, it's quite close. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No. It's just fascinating as a English, like a foreigner, to listen to all the accents, and I like deciphering where you're all from. You know, like we'll try to figure out. Like if you're from New York, you got that twang.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do New York, and I'm sorry for anyone who's from New York because that was awful.
It's weird because I live about 2 miles from the 2 hours, from the Canadian border. So everyone, there's a little bit of Canadian in my accent. But when I start talking to my friends from Rhode Island, which is where I was born and raised, my accent changes.
You're gonna park your car in the backyard.
Park the car in the backyard. That's right. Have a cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, Lulu, love you. Hello.
Lulu, how you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Lulu.
Welcome. Great to see you. So that brings me to my next question. Are you guys pool people or beach people?
Pool.
I've got tits, so I don't go anywhere.
If we had beaches, I'd probably prefer a beach, but we really don't up here.
I'm
a beacher. I am definitely a beacher.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like both, but I prefer pool, I guess.
I just don't like what goes in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw a sign once that said, "Welcome to the swimming pool." Notice there's no pee in it. Let's try to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
Hey, when I was doing management for these big tribes, and we put in this big hotel with this beautiful pool. And we were talking about the casino floor. We hadn't opened yet. Talk about the casino floor, and our commission was arguing over, we need a non-smoking section, and the main floor will be smoking allowed, but we need a non-smoking section. I said, okay, now how the hell are you going to do that? It's not in the budget. And they go, what do you mean it's not in the budget? We just designate part of the casino floor as non-smoking. I said, in a big open room, you're going to take one area, rope it off, and say non-smoking. I said, that's like having a no peeing section in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Kind of is.
And that's when they realized, oh, yeah, we'd have to put up a glass wall or something. Yeah, you dummies. I mean,
Or
that's
have
like
all the ventilations on the other side work.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's
Is
what
it
they
going to
used
drift?
do in
It's going to
restaurants.
stay exactly where the smokers are.
That's what they used to do in restaurants, though. One side smoking, the other side not. Back in the day.
Yeah. That
And it didn't work.
they'd have smoking tables, and right next to them is the non-smoking tables.
Yep.
And it's like, who's the morons that come up with this idea? I mean, it's just like no peeing section in the pool. Oh, down on this end, we don't have pee in the pool. Really?
You're gonna have pee in it, all of it.
That's it. The whole
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you. If you're in one side of a pool, you're gonna pee in one side. It's still gonna.
It's embarrassing, I'm not saying I did this to myself, but it's embarrassing when they put that chemical in the pool and it alters the color around you when you pee in the pool.
Yeah, it reacts to ammonia.
I heard that's a myth. I have actually never ever seen that actually happen. I've only heard stories, and I can't remember anyone telling me that it happened to them. I think it's a myth, at least over here, probably.
But no, there's pools in the city that have it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what color does it turn then?
Dark blue.
Isn't it like a bluish? Yeah, it's a bluish
it's a
color.
darkish blue.
I've seen a pool
Or
soiled,
if
and
you like poop in a pool, you're gonna poop in all of it, not just one section.
they have to
If you
clean-
see
they're supposed to
chocolate,
clean
if
the
you see a
pools out.
chocolate bar in the pool, you want to get out.
No, you want to eat.
You know, I've always told people a public swimming pool is the biggest toilet you'll ever find. And the problem is that it only gets flushed once a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only once a month they empty that bugger and put fresh water in. I mean, so
You scrub it clean.
don't flush your toilet in your house for a month and see what it's like. And let's go swimming. No. So I'm a beach guy. I love the
You
beach.
get to the end of that cycle, you just wonder how much water is in there versus all the chemicals they put in to keep it sterile.
Well, it is filtered. It's not just sat there for a month. It
Yeah,
goes stagnant.
Not over here, at
otherwise.
least.
It goes stagnant. Lack of oxygen. It go absolute filthy.
Yeah.
Well, if you start seeing the pool going like green and stuff, you don't want to swim in it because it's like swimming in algae.
That's just like a lot of municipal water systems recycle the water that comes through the wastewater. And people tell me, oh, that's not true. Oh, yeah? Come on up, visit me.
Oh,
I'll
it's
tell you
true.
what, I'll let you sleep on the couch and I'll take you on a full day
It's true.
tour. I'll take you on a full day tour and show you the water, the crap coming in, it getting separated. The liquid crap is ending up out in settling ponds. The water that's in with all the crap and all the urine and everything, that water goes through treatment and it goes through ultraviolet light shock at the end, and it goes right into the municipal water system, gets pumped up into the water tower, and it comes out at your kitchen sink. And you're drinking what you just flushed 3 days ago. And people go, that's not true. Yes, it is.
It most certainly is true. They're doing that down here now, thankfully. But think about the astronauts.
Yeah.
They recycle just about everything.
Everything. Yeah, they don't want waste.
I know it's an unpleasant thought, but
and the thing is the water that came out of our system up here, especially up at the tribe, that water when it came out, you test that water, it was cleaner than our well water. The water
Probably.
coming out of the waste plant was cleaner than the water we were getting out of our wells.
And pee is like 98% water anyway, or something. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure about the numbers, but it's a lot. Most of it is water.
Yeah. You get the toxins
Well,
and the
90% of
salt
your
out of
body
it.
is
It's all water.
No, not 90. About 65 to 70% is water.
It's one thing that is becoming true in today's society. You know, Star Trek has actually laid the path for a lot of sci-fi things turn, nonfiction or
Cell
fiction
phone.
turned nonfiction, if you
Yeah.
will. You know, like cell phones, tablets, waste resequencers.
Oh,
Holo-
great for a
holodecks.
replicator.
Well, we don't have holodecks yet.
Yes,
But
we do.
that's one
Well,
thing
we technically have the start of that with our VR, but
Well,
that's more internal than external.
But what I'm saying is a physical holodeck. That's what I'm saying.
I would.
Well,
love
we
that.
can't make the force fields yet, so you can't really shake a hologram's hand. So you just
No,
go through.
That's
it.
right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we can't shape matter and energy and vice versa.
You've got to add mass to it that makes it solid, and that's tricky.
Yeah.
You can't make mass from photons.
No,
True.
you need force fields and stuff. Higgs boson.
Well, you can make mass from photons. It's got a mass, but it ain't got a mass. It's a freaking confusing area when you get into
It
all
really
that.
Yeah.
It is. You're
Very
absolutely right.
confusing.
Yeah, Tales
But
of the
it
Solstice.
would be pretty interesting to see an actual holodeck, an actual working holodeck. But
Give it a
have-
few decades.
technology is
them,
not
so
there
to
yet.
speak. They have holodecks, so to speak, in terms of you can go into a room and there's projectors above that will project people who look just like people in front of you, but you can't touch them, you can't
That's
do anything with them. They just do.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean is that you don't have an actual physical holodeck. You do have physical holodeck, but you don't have a physical person in your holodeck because the technology is not there yet.
There's going to be a technology very, very soon that you can see it with LCD or LED televisions now, how thin they're becoming and whatnot. It's going to get to the point where it's going to be like wallpaper. You can unravel it and you can have your whole wall.
Actually, they do have those now.
They do. There is a TV on. Go online. I think it's LG or Samsung.
Yes,
They've got a TV you
LG.
can roll out. You can
Yeah.
actually roll it out like a mat.
Yep. And the floor and the whole 9 yards, that'll be the first step toward like a holodeck to have everything all around you look like a simulated environment, I think.
So how many people have seen those augmented reality video games on cell phones like Pokemon Go? You look through a camera to the real world and they add something to it that they augmented the reality.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the Google glasses from like 2015? I think they were.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, they will be able to integrate that technology in a superior form into contact lenses within the next 5 years, probably. If you wear both of those and you use augmented reality, you can basically scan everything and project stuff in the world. That's how the world becomes your holodeck, basically.
Well, the holodecks now are like compared to what we saw in Star Trek. That's all just plain acting and stuff like that. They're like reacting to something that's not always there, but it is there. And there's people that literally are in green suits doing stuff to make the characters look real.
Yeah. That's
Tennis balls.
Mhm. Tennis balls,
To meet the eye line.
or like the movie, the very first movie that ever came out was Jurassic Park that uses actual CGI, where where the actors were reacting to something that wasn't there. But when you actually got to see the movie, you thought, "Oh man, I wish we had those dinosaurs today." But it would be much more scarier to have an actual live T-Rex coming right after you than something like Imaginary.
Nothing
Yeah.
that Jesus and a 12 gauge wouldn't handle. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many of you have seen this movie.
Virtuosity, yes, I've seen it.
I haven't seen that.
I believe that is going to occur before your holodeck is.
That's actually it's happening right now.
Microbiology and microtechnology is
nanotechnology.
Nano, yeah,
Yeah,
is going to supersede holodeck development 10 times.
That's the idea. That was the ideal of holodecks and stuff like in the Star Trek: The Next Generation. You didn't see it in the original because it would cost more money to make it. But when you saw it in the cartoon version of the Star Trek, the original Star Trek series, you see them playing in a holodeck area where they could make a place look like it's all snowing and cold. You could make where you had a physical feel where you felt it, and you
see, and that's that. In order for you in a holodeck type arena to be able to have the resistance of actual material things, they're going to have to use nanotechnology to do it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, actually, they actually have most theaters in the United States has 4D technology.
Yeah, like wind and water splatters and vibrating seats and stuff like that.
Yeah. Actually, that goes all the way back to the late 1950s. They used to have shocking devices, rain effects, and wind effects in theaters in the late 1950s. So that's not even new technology.
No,
that's old technology.
Because if you remember 3D, remember going to a movie theater and you had to put on these special these glasses to see
green and red.
Yeah, and some people can't see in 3D because of the because one eyesight is different than the other eyesight. Now you got glasses where you can put them on and you can actually see an actual 3D image.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you had a bad eyesight or something like that.
Well, this technology wasn't around like 10 or 20 years ago, but now if you have the resources and the money to buy the tools, I mean, there are 2D and 3D printers. You could make your own car.
Yeah,
make
you could make virtually anything you wanted to make. You can make a spaceship if you really wanted to.
I'm going to be getting a 3D printer this year.
There are people buying 3D printers to make things like weapons and stuff like that, and then
they're advertising them now. In fact, one of my video I went and watched somebody's channel, they had a 3D printer marketing ad on there that I watched, and I thought, "Whoa!" On YouTube, they got a 3D printer marketing ad, and they
it's everywhere.
Showed 3 different models, and it's so commonplace now. My oldest boy is talking about buying one. Why? I don't know.
I want one for metal casting. I had this printed by by another YouTuber, and he sent it to me. This is a tool that I'm going to be casting. It's called a sand rammer. I'm going to be casting it from aluminium. It's basically to compress the sand in the mold.
Yeah,
and pretty soon I'll probably be able to make my own stuff. So that's a lot easier.
They do have metal 3D printers too, because there's a lot of new.
Yeah, but those are really, really expensive.
Yes.
I need to use actually Ralph's other hand to show you how much I miss two Lucy Luxor.
Oh, really?
This much. No. There we go. Yeah, that much.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Now we're on to fish stories.
And unhealthy.
Well, a lot of people like to go fishing too at times. I mean, first time I ever went fishing with my dad, it was fun. And you don't forget that.
I like the fact that nowadays there are metal 3D printers. Like if something breaks on the tractor or a lawnmower or something like that, you need a replacement. It's like, oh, I don't have to go buy it from someone else. I'll just make it.
Yeah.
A couple hours later, boom.
What metal does it use?
What's that?
There's one that does titanium.
Really? Titanium?
Yeah, there's
it uses titanium powder and lasers.
Yep.
Oh,
Adam
Yeah,
Savage
they're-
made
they're
a
like-
titanium
they're
Iron
like-
Man
It
armor.
still costs a mint to get those types of 3D printers, but
Yeah.
the technology is available now.
There.
so how
Yeah.
do these? Do you put a big block of alley in these ones, and it cuts out of the alley, or does it build alley
No,
from the
you put
start?
powder
Right.
in. You put powder in, and it uses lasers to
Oh,
melt it and to make it solidify at
Right.
a certain
I
point.
was just trying to figure out how they'd keep the strength in the metal. That's
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
it's much like a regular plastic 3D printer, but instead of layers of plastic, it's layers of powder that the laser just solidifies it, like it superheats it into the metal again.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I've
awesome.
also seen or heard of. I've not really seen it. Basically, a welder that you add the brazing rod to. I don't know if that's TIG or MIG. I'm not a welder, so. But that same concept can be used in a big crane, and you can basically have a 3D printed welder and weld something up in 3D. It's not going to be that nice looking, but you can make all kinds of stuff.
That's what I was thinking a 3D printer would have been that was made out of metal. It would have used something like weld or solder composite, so it would have been easy to.
Yeah, they're probably going to be around at some point.
There's actually a commercial where you actually seen people use the same concept as putting like a piece of plastic going through a nozzle, and it does the exact same thing, but instead it uses metal.
It's kind of like a glue stick gun, basically. The same principle. Gets hot.
Exactly. That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah.
Except it's ultra precise and has actuators and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you have to use it, and you have to have it connected to a computer just to be able to program what you want on.
Yeah. Some have like a USB port that you can just put your pattern in and have it print.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna probably get two different 3D printers. One that uses resin and the other that uses PLA. The resin for really intricate small pieces, and the PLA one just to make bigger things and in easy things like this. And then I can metal cast just about everything I make. So.
What do you think of like carbon fiber printers, Ralph?
There's a guy I know. There's a guy I know that has one. His name is Cash Cody.
Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He has a 3D printer that he made certain things from.
Yeah.
And
there's many people who do that.
And you can get them as this big.
There's an architect engineer, old associate of mine that became a friend, and at his firm you go in and they use a 3D printer to actually make the models of projects they're doing, housing projects, commercial buildings, and they'll use a 3D printer to print all of those buildings and everything that goes on their models. Yeah.
So
they're getting used a lot.
We talk about technology today. What do you think technology is going to be like in another 50 or 100 years? There's my next question for y'all.
There's no limit of what's going to be like.
If I'm looking at what I've been through, I've just passed 40, and what has happened in my tenure on this planet. I mean, what's stuff now that I couldn't think of when I was, I don't know, 15, 16 years old. And it's amazing.
Sorry, guys, but I mean,
I know you don't.
We didn't get rid of our
our
rotary phone until I was 16. Then we got one of those Princess phones that had the push buttons on it.
Oh God, I remember those ones.
Yeah. My mother had to have that modern phone. It was nothing but a rotary, because you push the button, you could still hear it go dit 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 dit.
Yeah.
Dit 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 dit. Dit dit. It's so rotary phone just had buttons.
I remember when my parents got our first cordless phone. Like the phone part was like the size of 2 bricks.
Yeah.
Oh, my first car phone.
What then?
That sucker, I had suitcases that were smaller than that. My first car phone, bag
This
phone.
is-
That
this
sucker was
my-
about 2
this
feet
is
long
my
and about a
phone.
foot wide. And it weighed about 40 pounds.
I actually saw a video on YouTube about the 40s, about mobile phones, how they used to be.
It's all good.
Yep.
She meant to contact me.
I mean,
I remember in I think it was MASH where they had like a phone that was this big and it came with a couple of suitcases for batteries. The antenna was like 3 meters tall, and then they had someone like lift it.
radio
And
phones.
really, all that was a walkie-talkie. It was not a phone.
Yeah.
It was not a phone. You couldn't dial a private phone number with that.
No,
It
you
was
had,
just a walkie-talkie.
you had to connect somebody.
Yeah, you
What I saw on this YouTube is a concept of what these mobile phones would have looked like in the 1940s when they had a radio transmitter. You had to click a switch and literally contact your mobile operator saying you want to get in touch with somebody.
See, the thing is, you got to keep in mind it wasn't until the early 1960s that to broadcast a telephone signal required hard wire. Required hard wire. There were no towers. It was all hard wire, and it required approximately 4 volts of energy to transmit a phone call.
Mhm.
So they couldn't have mobile phones because unless they could call it mobile, but if they could use it if they got close enough to a phone line to put a clip on it. Then they could make a call.
Well,
There was no radio capability.
Scott, sorry, what I saw was a 1940s rendition.
But it wasn't wireless. It was not wireless. No,
You used
it was a walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
It wasn't a telephone.
It was a radio. It was a radio type of phone, but it was considered mobile in a way because they had to literally say a certain code just to get in touch with somebody.
But you couldn't call a phone number with it. You could not get into the telephone system with it.
Yeah. Well, see,
It had to be radio to radio.
no,
It-
it wasn't. It wasn't radio to radio. It was radio through phone lines. Because they
No
don't-
way. No way.
No,
No way. You can show it to me. Send me the link. I want to see it.
Receipts. He wants to see receipts.
Yeah, I want to see a
Pictures,
receipt
or it
on
didn't
that
happen.
one.
I remember when I got my first cell phone, and it was a bag phone, and it was an audio vox, and it was about the size of 3 bricks.
Yep.
And,
I had an
and then the
audio
receiver was the size of a brick, and then I had a special installation in my car to hook up an external antenna. Yeah.
And it cost what, 60 cents a minute?
Yeah, it was insane.
It was
think
insane.
more than that.
My bill was like $500 a month.
My first cell phone plan with this bag phone, I got 60 minutes a month, and it was only local calls. Long distance calls, roaming calls. Heaven forbid, interstate, international calls.
International.
I thought you were going to say intergalactic.
Intergalactic, yeah, sure, that'll be coming.
I know my
Whose
bag
phone
phone,
was that that went
international,
off?
just the call to Canada was $4.50 a minute.
Yeah, it was freaking crazy back then.
$4.50 a minute to call Canada. To call the UK, you're looking at about close to $10 a minute.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, it was insane. I got rid of that bag phone. I just said and I went to pagers. I hated pagers. Then suckers go off. You're driving down the road, that pager goes off. You look, and there's the phone number. Now you got to find a payphone so that you could call them back. I hated the day of pagers.
Sorry, I just found it.
Can you
posted
send it to me?
I posted it in the chat.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank
so
you.
he's got the link.
Yeah,
right there.
I'll look at that after the stream.
Yeah. You would have been surprised. It's
Oh man, that was back in the 1940s.
Yeah.
1946.
I have here a smartwatch from the 50s.
There you go. That's
you,
right.
you have to look at it and see, because this was the concept of what they thought would be mobile phones at that time, because they didn't have they did not have the technologies as when it started coming
They
up.
didn't even have integrated circuits at that time.
Yeah.
So
Everything was relays.
Everything was tube and relays. Yep.
Right.
The thing is my grandfather owned a telephone company in the 1930s and 1940s, and I've heard all this stuff. I've heard it. My grandfather was, "You're gonna learn this crap," and I kept telling him, "Grandpa, this stuff ain't gonna exist by the time I'm old enough to give a shit." You know, all your stuff is old stuff.
You
know?
remember?
Now,
Now
I'm in his seat. I'm going.
Projectors. We had projectors for movies, and then of course we got into the beta and the VCR cartridges.
Yeah,
Oh.
VHS.
Yep.
Slide projectors. I had an
It's funny how
uncle who
fast,
died 3 years ago, and when they cleaned out his house, his estate, over 35,000 slides.
Yeah.
The 35 millimeter slides.
Wow.
Over 35,000 of them he had from all of his years of taking pictures all over. And it's like, who the hell's going to load all of them cartridges in a slide projector and get a screen and look at them all? They asked me, what should we do with them? I said, you haven't thrown them in a dumpster yet?
There's actually a scanner you can hook up to a computer, and you can scan the actual slides and have them be as good as a picture on your PC.
Right. Yeah. You can make your digital copies off of them. That's the thing is I've got one. I used to have one of the cameras that had the little, it's not beta, they're those tiny little tapes. And then you put that tape inside of a VHS cartridge.
DV8, I think, or the...
Yeah, I don't remember what they call them, but I still got them. I still got all those little tapes. But you got to put them inside a VHS cartridge, put it in the VHS, and then you can watch it. Well, my kid says, I got an old VHS, and he says, and I've got a deck for converting that to digital, so you can hook it up to your computer and you can copy all of those tapes. And I'm going, oh yeah, please, because them damn things that it's not going to be long, and you ain't going to find a VHS player anymore.
Nope.
No VCRs. They're tough to find, and if you find one in a store, oh my God, they want almost $100 for just an old style, simple little VCR.
Yeah, but they now come with a USB port, so you can directly connect them to your PC.
Yeah.
Same as record players with a USB port.
That's it. The
vinyl's coming back, boys and girls.
Vinyl's coming back.
Yep,
and all the turntables got USB ports on them, and they got these retro, awesome looking turntables. And you look at it at the features, and it's, I mean, they've got about 40 RCA jacks on the back, and they've got 2-3 USB jacks on the back. It's like, all right, now we're marrying the old with the new.
Not a great gamer. What do you think, buddy?
What were we talking about? Oh, mate, I'm not being rude. I like zoned out because,
I do that sometimes.
What were we talking about? I do recycle my plastics, and of size 11 shoes. Next question.
No, I think you're right. You haven't really had much of a chance to speak, so I apologize for that.
No. I didn't mean it as a dig. You know, I would have said something.
I never said you did.
If I genuinely thought someone was being rude, I'd just say, shut the fudge up. I said fudge.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah, he does good. Yeah. I feel bad when folks have such a simple emoji, or icon. It's easy to forget they're in the room. I'm sorry, not a great gamer, man. You got to speak up. But
it's okay, Dad.
You know, when there are certain people that when you get engaged in a conversation and you're passionate about, we lost somebody.
Raven. He said he'd be back.
Raven.
Raven fell off.
Oh, Raven. Okay. But when you get passionate about something, you start talking about it vigorously. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to. You forget to be considerate about other people on the panel.
Yeah.
No,
You
there
know,
wasn't.
So
Go
I'm
ahead.
I'm the one that's been a dick. So I'm very sorry for that.
You dick!
You just swore.
I did.
We've had more than one. I'm sorry to say,
I
but
used the
yeah.
one swear allowance for this live stream. Oh well, technically you did earlier, so I'm over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, you gotta earn some credit, Gil, so that you can slip up more than once in a while.
I'll work on that on tonight's stream. I'll
There
probably.
you go.
I'll
Yeah,
probably
good luck.
figure it out.
Is it going to be shots again?
You know what? It could be.
Uh-oh.
Last week's live stream with R5 was quite interesting. We'll see how it all goes down tonight.
See, now you're putting out that question mark. That's just like clickbait.
That's just intrigue for people to want to show up and see.
That's
what's going
it.
on.
They're gonna be showing up just to see.
And I'll tell you what, boys and girls, if you don't have enough time to be there the entire time, come in about an hour and a half in.
Yeah, then you're going to see some stuff.
Yeah.
That's when you really want to see when crap's going down.
Well, one way or the other, if I got somebody else's stream I got to be around, I'm going to be in two places because I'm going to be in yours tonight. I told everybody in my stream Thursday night, I'll see you Saturday night for my new series. Nope. No, it's supposed to be the first and third Saturday of every month. And this is the fourth Saturday of this month, actually.
Whoopsie.
So, oops. So I don't have to stream tonight. I get to hang out. So yeah, you'll see me.
You're always welcome. I never forget Nag is in the room. We never forget it. Yeah, there's a certain gravitas that not a great gamer has when he enters the room, doesn't he?
I call it odor.
Well, I can't smell that virtually.
Well, thank you.
Oh, there's another interface for virtual reality you don't want.
An aromanometer?
Yeah. I mean, anyone who has played Halo and had a conflict with, what are they called? The Flood. I mean,
Can you imagine?
You don't want to smell that.
Can you imagine you just playing the game and all of a sudden someone comes in and holy crap, somebody's got to take a shower.
I love Halo. That's a fun game.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, guys, we are 3 hours in. I think I'm going to end the stream so that I can actually get some stuff done and prep for tonight's stream. But thank you guys for being a part of the panel and being a part of the stream. And it's always fun.
Oh, it's been the greatest time of my life, mate.
Oh, come on.
No, really. I'm so overwhelmed right now. I've got tears coming out my eyes.
The tears are only because you're holding yourself back. You're showing a tremendous and respectful amount of restraint.
Am I? Oh, okay. Cool. Do I get a reward for that?
Yes.
You get the skills award for restraint.
Yeah.
But much love to each and every one of you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay?
Bye, everyone.
Have a good one.
Recycle your
Later.
plastic.